dummy.
Who's the tone of your voice?
I'm telling you.
Get that.
That's the
shit.
nice Joe you talking about. Huh?
Yeah, whatever you need.
You left your voice in the
Joe
boot.
alone, man.
Your voice in your boot.
Yep.
You need it back.
All my anger is in the boot.
So why you was
He
angry?
was so
before?
angry last week, wasn't he?
Why? But he was man, this nigga was angry.
Last week was nuts.
Oh, yeah. He know he was nuts last week.
Nigga was angry.
Hey, you a
before the
fucked up nigga if you come back and say, man, I was nuts last week. Think about that shit. You gonna sit in there and say, man, hey, I ain't gonna even lie, I was nuts last week. Like, even if you use that word nuts.
Think about what he said last week though. When we was talking after the podcast. Was that last week or the week before? That nigga was like, I don't want to be offensive, but I have to be.
That was last week.
That was last week.
I don't want to be offensive, but I have to be.
No, the fuck you don't, nigga. I don't know who this character is he think he got, but that nigga said, hey, last week I was nuts. That nigga got split personality.
So, do you feel like you're a character or you yourself or what?
Do y'all feel like I'm a character? Or I say the stuff I say all the time.
You goddamn right you're a character on this podcast.
So I changed for the podcast?
I think so. So a little bit.
Just a
little bit, but yeah.
But you know, I did, you're right. But I did analyze something, and I had to think that, like, he do that a lot, like in real life.
Yeah, he does.
And that's why
I defended him. But then sometimes you be going crazy.
he was nuts. That nigga said, man, hey, I was nuts last week.
Oh, yeah, I was nuts last week.
That's a mark of a crazy ass nigga. Hey, I was nuts.
So do you think you can control it?
Yeah.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
Like, so you think a nuts person can control being nuts?
I act nuts at times, but I'm not a nutso.
You're not a nutso.
Yeah.
That was a nut-ass statement.
So well, if he can turn it on and off, that means it's an act.
Yeah. So which is it? You a nut or you an act?
No.
Or
I
you-
just said some nuttish things.
So you're a nutty act.
Pause. But no.
I feel you, but...
Come on, man. Let's get this show on the road. You're tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stock.
I'm Joe.
I'm tired.
And I'm hooted, man.
And we back like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. It's episode 42. It's July the 12th. It's Friday. We in this thing doing what we do. How y'all niggas doing, fellas?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. I'm tired. Been a long day, man. But I'm good, man. I enjoy this talk, so I'm in talking mode right now, man.
I'm definitely talking.
And we've been talking since we got this motherfucker.
We got here.
Talking ass nigga. Nigga, before we just push record, nigga had 4 podcasts.
4.
This is true.
And a half.
4.
This is very true.
We seen some shit. We don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
But we
ain't-
seen some shit, man.
Don't go there. No, we don't want to go there. How y'all week was, man?
I'm good. How about you, Todd?
Hey, blessed, man.
That was the quickest. Who?
I had already said something. So.
Yeah, he did.
Who the week went by so crazy?
It did.
Yeah, my week was great. Thanks for asking. Yesterday was my birthday, so
Happy birthday,
Oh,
Todd.
yeah, happy birthday, Todd.
Yeah.
So how you let
Appreciate
your
it.
birthday sneak up on a nigga?
Them niggas gonna say.
why we had to have secret birthdays? Like,
That shit was so funny. They said, Todd, how you have a secret birthday? Like, nah, nigga, this same area.
This area, yeah, right.
But
You
I'm
won't
saying,
even tell
like,
a nigga
you
your
did have
birthday is coming.
I know
Right.
what they saying. You did have a secret birthday.
You did. Like last week, you wished your wife a birthday, but you didn't say my birthday is going to be next week, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember birthdays. That's just me.
Yeah.
At all.
And that's probably why.
I
Because
don't know
if
nobody
I would have
birthday.
said something, you probably wouldn't remember it.
That's why I announced my shit. My shit next week. Hey, we gonna do something. Better
But
say
see, and that's the thing. I ain't do anything. I just
and that's
laid back
because
and
you
chilled.
didn't say shit, nigga. We probably would have.
And Ty, you didn't want to spend your birthday. Yeah, like you said, you didn't want to spend your birthday with us?
That's what it was.
Hey, we here tonight, baby.
This
Your
still
birthday, your birthday.
We still partying.
And
No,
nigga, this is
today.
this is
It's
the
gone.
same.
The moment has passed.
Yes.
What you saying?
I spend all my birthdays.
We want you to
with
sing them
niggas.
happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday to
What the
y'all hear that voice?
Dummy.
What movie was
you
that?
remember
Yeah, that ain't gonna get no go who.
That movie,
Go
Living
who.
Color.
They ain't gonna get
Come
that.
on, the Living Color where Ace Ventura used to be the little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's how he sounded. Happy birthday. Man, if you don't get your little whispering ass on out
That nigga had the ponytail.
yeah, that's how you sounded. I don't know what's wrong with you. How your week was, Joe?
It was pretty good.
Call that nigga Joe.
You know,
You got bootless Joe.
it was no rain. You know, the sun was out. Pretty day. Thankful for just being here.
It rained today.
Stop being negative.
My
First
bad.
of all. Yeah, I walked for the first time in a long
My
time.
boy had 2 J's.
That nigga sound like a toddler. I walked for the first time.
My first step.
infant head.
Yeah, like he was just in a deadly crash or some shit.
That shit was pretty. That
He
shit was pretty dope.
kinda. Not recent, but
Yeah, walking is cool.
Yeah.
Nigga try to take
I'm
cover.
gonna try to do it more often.
I feel good. That's what's up.
But that's about it.
I don't know. My week went by fast as fuck. Actually, this week I don't know how that happened, but it was a cool normal week. Man, not too much. I did want to ask y'all, man. Do y'all girl ever take?
Yes.
Dummy. Yes, they always taking shit. Whatever it is, they take
Well,
it.
y'all niggas don't let nobody finish. But for real, like, do y'all do it? Y'all girl, like, do it ever take her? Do you ever have to give her a 30-day notice for some spur of the moment shit?
No, I don't. I do, but I don't because she's gonna forget it. She's gonna forget it, man.
And then, she get mad then at you?
Of course. Damn, so I just wait. But you never win for the simple fact if you tell them 30 days in advance and they forget, you lose. If you tell them a day in advance, you're too late.
Right.
I was talking to Grace today, and she was like, "Yeah, I asked Jessica if she wants to go to Art on the Rocks." I was like, "When you asked her?" She was like, it was either yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was like, "Oh shit, you can cancel that. You gotta ask her ass on April 30th if you want her to go somewhere. You gotta get that nigga 60 days in advance to go somewhere."
Damn, grandma.
But see,
She got to write that shit in her calendar and plan. I'm telling you.
But see, it's a sweet spot because if you ask them too early, then they gonna ask you a million questions about it
that
you
don't
don't
know.
even know. Yeah.
Well, what attire do you wear there? Is it evening gown or daytime?
What art are they gonna
All of that
have
shit.
so I can know how to paint my nails? I don't know this stuff.
What color is the first picture? Anything you got there. We don't know. Man.
Yeah, that's across the board though. To me, it's definitely like that. They gotta plan everything. You understand what I'm saying to you?
I'm gonna say from your bow tie, you the planner.
Hey man, I'm telling you.
reason
Let me
why-
tell you something.
Y'all saw that nigga birthday bow tie? That nigga had on that birthday bow tie. Fuck
That
that.
bitch looked like it was so tight.
Man,
Boy, that boy
you
was
the
ready
worst,
for
dog.
that boy was ready for
You
Easter
don't word
speech.
that boy out. That nigga got what the picture, the yes, no, maybe picture.
I ain't
You
do
got
that. I didn't do that. I didn't.
Who do you are the picture?
Who did you are the picture person?
You see who spoke up? The nigga you're scared of, who we talked
You
about.
are the picture
He
person.
had
keep
the
saying
Bill.
that
He
shit.
had the Bill Nye the Size Guy picture. He had the Todd looks like this picture. That nigga had all the pictures. Man, he playing me.
I seen it from you first, bro.
Yep.
No, you
Yeah.
didn't, man. That's because you look
Who
every
did?
60 text
Who
messages.
did? Where with honor, man? You the picture person.
No, don't.
No,
Todd.
every time
Come
I
on
see
now,
that
Todd.
picture,
Get
you
that
seen
nigga
it, bro.
Todd. I told
Every
you.
time.
And
You
you
wanna go
asked, and you asked me why I said why you scared of him. That's why. Look at him. Look at him. Just look at him. You won't
Now-
even look at him.
Now,
Look,
Ty,
bro.
it might have been when you saw it, Hootie was the one
But
that
who
posted
who the look like Todd picture came
This
from?
nigga finna
Can't
snitch.
get right. Snitch on this nigga.
it. wasn't Hootie.
Okay, and who the Bill Nye the Size Guy bow tie came from?
That shit came from stock.
God damn it! Now tell me you sorry. I want to
Sorry,
apologize to this bitch.
Sorry.
God
My
damn.
man just snitched
I
on live.
apologize.
Don't tell me sorry. I want you to
I
curse stock
apologize.
out, guys.
Fuck you, Stock. Okay. Fuck you, Stock.
Don't ask him to agree with you saying, cussing him out. Is it okay if I tell you fuck you? No, I'll be like, fuck you.
You just snitched, man.
Good job.
Okay.
Snitches don't get
Police.
stitches no more.
No.
They get
6ix9ine?
they get platinum records.
Right.
Did anybody snitch when your picture went where it went?
Yeah.
Who?
That I don't tell on my sources.
Fucking dumb. I don't want to tell them myself.
Tell us
My bad,
why
Hootie.
snitching.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the
You
Boy, I
have to
tell you,
retrieve
boy, they
false
just ganged
accusation.
up on me and blamed me. That's
Good.
all it was. They just wanted you to go against me, Todd, and you fell for it.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
You fell for the right
Yeah.
thing.
I'm
Because y'all a
disappointed.
team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did y'all see Jay-Z, man? We keep talking about my man. Jay-Z jumped into the cannabis company, man.
Weed.
Yeah, he got hired as a brand strategist for one of the country's biggest cannabis suppliers. Y'all saw that?
I saw
I
it's
actually-
out in Cali. And the purpose of it is to provide jobs for former inmates. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty dope.
That's
Oh,
super
that's
dope.
super dope.
Yeah, man. So-
And I saw him, he was like, anything, and this is a quote from him, basically, anything I do, I want to do it correctly and at the highest level. You know, I thought that was dope. You know what I mean? Like, I don't get into nothing unless I'm getting into it. If I get into it, I got to do it the right way
Right.
at the highest possible peak I can do it. So, shouts out to him because we know the weed industry booming. In a minute, man, like that shit's gonna be a 50-state industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
now's the time to get into
yeah,
it, man.
now's the time to get in.
And
So
the
it might
reason-
be a little too late, but
Nah, because it's not everywhere
Nah,
yet.
because
It's not
still,
everywhere,
it's still
right.
states.
Like-
as long as there's still states left. Because there's companies, man, when I was looking at this investment book, and they got projections of what they trying to do and stuff. It's people trying to be the Walmart of weed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they can't do that until, think about it.
Everybody got
You know what I'm
it.
saying? It still ain't in certain states. It's not in Alabama. It's not in Mississippi yet. It still ain't in Florida yet. You know what I mean?
Louisiana either.
So, yeah.
But
a lot of states, it's only like 13 or 14
Yeah,
states.
it's real
so-
few. You know?
Yeah.
So
I got
it's
a question
early.
about that though. You said the inmates that'd be
Former
jobs,
inmates.
former inmates.
Mhm.
How does that work? Like, you know.
Well,
what I'm
I mean,
saying?
because people getting out of jail, they're looking for jobs, and if you know that Jay-Z's hiring former inmates, this may be a job that you're applying for. Now,
Yeah.
what are they going to be doing
But I mean, like,
specifically? I
but-
don't know.
law wise, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I know what Ty's saying, but because I was going to ask the same thing. I thought, because it was some documentary we was watching on Netflix, but they were saying that if you have any type of record, you can't be in the industry at all.
In the weed industry?
Yeah.
That sucks. If you're going to wipe out a lot of weed-concerned crime,
Right.
why you can't be in that
So
industry?
they were saying it was messed up because somebody that got busted for something that's now legal can't make money now from it.
And we need to find out what that former inmate means. Like, former inmates, like, what specifically?
And I wonder,
Charge.
and I wonder if
Yeah.
it's like that because maybe they was charged with a federal crime,
Right.
Yeah.
and it's just the same thing. I don't know if a lot of people know this, but in those states where weed is illegal, you can't put that money in banks. You know what I'm saying? Because still federally, it's illegal.
It's all cash.
But in that state, you know, you got
Right.
state laws and state rights, so it might be legal in that state. So you can't put money in the bank because banks are regulated by the Federal Reserve.
I remember watching, I think it was on Vice when weed was first becoming legal, and
Yeah.
they were just transporting the money, but I forgot where they transported it to.
They took it to like they houses. They had like different little
That's
offices and
because
buildings. It's
a lot
cash
of
business.
banks wouldn't even mess with them because, it's still the
They
federal.
couldn't.
Yeah. Because most banks are federally, regulated
All banks,
and
aren't they?
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if our credit unions are.
I
but-
think everybody federal
Like, it's
FDIC,
federal
that's
credit
what
union.
that
Most
is.
FDIC, I think.
Yeah, it's
If I'm not
mostly-
mistaken. Now I could be wrong.
okay.
Yeah,
Somebody,
most of
help
them
me
like
out.
the federal credit union, some kind of federal credit.
But staying on Jay-Z, I don't know if y'all seen this, but Michael Eric Dyson is basically going to write a book to analyze the cultural impact that Jay-Z has had on the culture. I thought that was pretty dope
Yeah.
because he's a super dope writer. I don't know if y'all had a chance to see that part.
I didn't see it, but
I
it's
didn't
going to be
see
a 1,000,000-page book because it's like this nigga never ended. And do you want to write it? I know you should write it up to this point, but do you want to be the one who writes it before everything is over? Like, meaning his story is still continuing, and I think his story is still going to go on for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know.
That's just
I mean,
another book.
But it's still
Then
dope.
that's
though.
another
It's still
book.
dope.
Yeah.
That's another book, yeah.
It will. I mean, he was, I always liked him because he was one of the first, authors, quote unquote, real smart guy that still mess with hip hop.
Yeah.
He can
Because
quote
he would quote a Jay-Z.
every
Yeah.
Biggie.
Yeah.
He know every Biggie.
Nigga be on
verse.
Bill Maher rapping.
Yeah.
Yep. Because he used to be on Bill Maher to make his point. He'll rap a Jay-Z line.
Yeah.
Right.
Back then when what he said, NYPD was Al Qaeda, the black man, he'll just bust that out of nowhere.
Just out of nowhere.
Yeah, so he's really intelligent.
And he makes it fit the situation.
Yeah.
Which is super
Right.
dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So shouts out to him on that book.
Shouts out to him.
I'll
Staying
do that.
in moguls, goddamn. Y'all saw Diddy might be coming back with the band.
I saw that.
I saw him tease
Dylon. Did y'all used to watch the band though?
Hey,
Of
I used
course.
to watch
Yeah,
it then.
yeah.
That was
Watch
must
that
see
shit.
TV.
Yeah. Would you watch it again?
No.
I'll give it a shot.
With the original cast members? Or
No.
new people?
It can't be them old niggas. It would have to be a new. I'm for it.
That nigga said the original.
original.
cast.
I was
That
just
nigga
trying to
he
figure
thought
it
they was
out.
finna
Because
remake the
I ain't
band.
watching that shit.
They got
Original
Grandmaster
cast.
Flash.
You think Dylon can still rap? When the
I
last time you heard a Dylon song?
I didn't think he could rap when he was on the show. But
Spit high
yeah,
spit
like you
the
said,
high
he spit high fire. But
You know the 5 hottest rappers?
Dylon.
Dylon. According to Dylon.
What was the nigga's
According
name?
to
It was
Dylon.
Dylon, Ines, Chopper from New Orleans, Babs
Girl,
Bunny.
Sarah
Freddie.
Caps.
The
The
album was
nigga
actually
from
dope
Florida,
though.
Freddie.
Freddie,
What-
yeah,
Freddie.
Freddie,
Yeah.
yeah. That one song when
the
they was
singer-
playing baseball.
The
that song was
singing
dope.
light skinned girl. I forgot her name.
Lisa or something like that.
shit.
I don't know, man.
The album was dope though.
To answer your question, I probably wouldn't watch it. I mean, it's hard to TV is so much shit.
Yeah.
I'm just be honest. I probably ain't gonna have time to watch
I'll watch a clip on Instagram. I'm pulling for it. I hope it comes because I feel like it gives young people like that opportunities. Will I watch it? It's tough to find time to watch TV. I only really watch TV when I'm falling asleep, which means I'm really not watching TV.
Yeah, but I did find time to watch my boy,
Who that?
Saint. Snowfall.
I still ain't watched it yet. See, and that's probably the best show on TV
It
right now.
is.
And I ain't watch. You watched it?
Oh, yeah, definitely watch it.
Dope
I'm gonna have
episode.
to check this
Yeah.
out. Y'all
It's
keep
dope.
talking about this.
Yeah.
Oh, you hadn't watched none of them yet?
No.
And you'll have a great time
Yeah,
because
you
you can binge
gonna,
watch.
oh,
it.
yeah.
A whole bunch of stuff
many
happened in the
seasons
first
is it?
episode.
3?
This on
This
the third one.
this
huh?
Oh, yeah,
first-
I catch up.
Oh,
But
the third.
I just was about to start Succession the other night, and then, the sleep hit me.
Shit
Well,
happens
I don't
every
know if that was the sleep. No, it wasn't the sleep. Man, y'all know who I understand so much more now? Al Bundy.
night. My man just wanted to sit on the sofa,
My
put his
man
hand in the
just
pan, watch
wanted to
TV.
chill and
Like, leave
left
me
the fuck
alone.
Peggy wanted to crush.
I never understood that at first. I'm like, man, she's so fine. Like, why wouldn't you?
Because I ain't gonna say why.
That boy go in there and get 2 minutes of hell, 2 seconds of hell in the show.
But no,
Come right back
I ain't mean
downstairs.
that like personally. I just meant I understand
I know what you're saying,
what
yeah.
he's-
Yeah, he
what
just
he's
want to
saying.
sit down and watch TV. Watch
He
TV.
said, you can't see my right eye.
That shit crazy.
Man, but we brought up moguls. We stand on music, I guess. Jermaine Dupri, man, made some comments basically saying that he couldn't really get with the female rappers right now because he said they rap about the same thing.
Mhm.
And I don't know if he listened to music
Right.
in the last 35 years,
Right.
but
Mhm.
a lot of this shit be the same thing. And I just
Yeah,
want to,
that's
I
all
was
music.
interested to see what y'all opinion was on that.
I did get a chance to see it, and the best. I watched the video clip today of Cardi saying some shit, and that was the best thing that kind of stuck out to me. She was like, "Okay, so if we are all talking about the same thing, show me one female artist who actually raps about rapping type shit that y'all respect or that y'all listen to."
What-
And we know some, but
Well,
y'all don't listen to it.
To expound a little bit more about what Cardi said, what she was saying is, she was saying it's a lot of dope artists that y'all won't even go give attention to.
Right.
Mhm.
Like these women are spitting and
Right.
they talking bars and y'all won't even go look at them.
Right.
And they deserve to be looked at. And
Absolutely.
y'all won't. But then you get mad at the ones who's rapping about what they rapping about. And Cardi said, nigga, I give y'all that shit because that's what y'all want to hear.
Right.
So she
Nigga,
was
that's-
honest.
That's the same thing I said. You said
No,
let me
no,
expound.
I was expounding because
Oh, yeah.
the way you kind of said it, it made it seem like, like you kind of let. I just giving a little bit more context. I wasn't saying what you saying was wrong. Goddamn, you smart, Hooter.
I mean, I see what he was saying, but like you said, like, everybody sounded like everybody rapping about the same stuff.
Like,
So-
what's dope? Like, shit, you done had 900 dope bar rappers. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
And they all the same, and they all
Yeah.
still coming
And I
out.
still
we
like
still
the
like
him,
them all. Yeah.
but-
yeah, so
And it's crazy because we're listening to, well, I am listening to a lot less conscious rap. So to say, like, we that's the kind of music we like, man. We don't want to hear, unfortunately, the big crit
'Cause you-
type talk.
yeah, because you got people like 3D
3D
What's the other girl?
Rhapsody.
Rhapsody.
Like,
Yeah.
Rhapsody was very listened to. She was well acclaimed. She got her props.
3D
yeah, she
19,
did.
man.
Because,
That girl
because
can spit.
everybody was rocking with her.
And
Like,
do you-
she was in there with Obama, like Jay-Z. She was Rock Nation.
Yeah.
But do you
So
think she
she
gets
like with
listened to?
Ninth Wonder, so she's right there in it.
Yeah.
But 3D19, she getting out the mud.
Yeah,
And she's
pretty
spitting.
dope. She's pretty dope, guys.
She can out-rap some of
She
these,
can
a lot of
out-rap
these.
a lot of
niggas,
people.
man.
Hell yeah.
Real
A
talk.
lot of niggas, man. So.
But we was talking about Jermaine Dupri.
Mhm.
He's about to come out with a So Deaf documentary.
So you think
would
that
y'all
was
watch that?
You think that was shock value? I would.
Yeah,
I would watch that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
definitely would.
Mhm.
I mean, definitely was. I'm sorry.
Some shock value, something to
Get his
this.
name back out there, cause
But do you think he need to do that?
yeah, nowadays
You think so?
for the
The way it
youngest,
seemed like it like I ain't putting it past none of them niggas now. Like they
Right.
need to do something for you to
To create the
gravitate
buzz,
towards what
right.
it is they doing, and I think they've all bought into the notion that this is what gets me the most attention.
That
because
shit lame.
he's too media savvy not to know that was a mistake.
I guess
that you
with
don't
him-
say that.
The older version, he did it more the older school way. Like, let me just come in and I'm gonna just say something subtle. He ain't come in like, all these motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? He just said like, they all rap about the same thing. That's enough controversy to stir up some shit to get us to talking about it
Right.
and other people talking.
And maybe I need to go because I didn't listen to him. I read what he said, but I didn't listen to him and look at how he said it. Because the way you say things and the way it looks when you say it can matter.
But the crazy thing about it is he got a show on TV
That growing
called
up
A
hip-hop?
Rap Game with little kids and shit. Like, okay, my nigga, you still doing that.
I
Like,
never heard of that show.
understand why?
Oh.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You
It's like
understand
making
why?
a band for kids.
Right, yeah, it's like,
Oh.
I've
you know what
never.
I'm saying?
I
So-
mean, I've seen it,
I thought it was the growing
but
up
like
hip hop
never
shit.
like watched.
Yeah, like and
I don't know if you
then
on that,
they'll
but
win the
that's
shit
on
and
trash
you don't hear
show,
nothing
too.
from it. That's what I'm saying. Like it was pointless for him to even say it, and that's why I think for shock value he getting okay. Let me get these people to looking at what I'm
And
doing.
I'll
I'm
watch it,
finna
man.
drop this
And
so deaf thing.
Yeah, I'll watch it for the simple fact that I'm a big fan of his. Not only like his production, but his actual album. That Life of 14, was it 1470?
1472.
That was a dope ass album.
Dope album. I bought it.
It's a super dope album. So I'll watch it, man.
He produced his first platinum album before he was 18.
That's dope.
And the people, like how he was saying, he's wrote for Mariah, I want to say like Michael Jackson, Prince.
Probably plenty of people, I'm sure.
But,
Brat, I'm sure he probably wrote something for the Brat.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I wonder if that's another reason why he said what he said. Is it because of the Brat and how she rapped and where she comes from?
But he's just not listening because, like we just sat here and named some people.
Mhm.
He probably never even heard of them people. And
No.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
He done heard.
Yeah, I'm
of
sure
them.
he heard
He's
all
in
of them,
music.
man.
You know who that shit
Yeah,
is.
he got
None of
know
them
Rhapsody,
people, none of them people you
3Ds,
name put out a better
And he
body of
from
work
Atlanta,
than
he know.
Functified. Functified is one of the best albums ever.
So
she was the first female to go platinum, so I give you that. But
But
have you
still-
heard Rhapsody CD?
Yeah, it was,
Rhapsody
you
or
heard-
it was
rapping.
live.
Rhapsody or rapping as female.
Functified is a classic.
It
like,
is.
stands the test of time.
That's dope.
But he
It's
said
dope,
he
but-
wrote all of it.
It's dope, but okay.
Does
So
that take away from it?
it does because I'm pretty sure Rhapsody writes for herself.
Right. And 3D not too
I know she
And I know
write for
3D
herself.
writes for herself.
Yeah,
she
yeah. They
talk
write for
too much
themselves,
shit
right.
on
Yeah,
a fly
she
level, not
definitely
too
writes for
good.
herself.
So you know,
So,
but still, the Brat still performed it real well too,
Yeah.
as well.
And she made it believable. But since we just on moguls, it's funny how we keep. Did y'all see the Master P interview with Breakfast Club?
I didn't.
I didn't. I saw it up there. I was watching I was watching Dapper Dan last night. I'm getting rid of cable. Fuck cable. My TV is smart. I turned it on. My first time I used the YouTube app and I went to watch the Breakfast Club Dapper Dan shit. And I saw the Master P up there. So I'm getting rid of cable. But I damn sure want to watch that Master P shit.
It was dope, but he said some shit that was kind of funny. He was like, Tyler Perry need to get out his feelings and that he's not putting on no dress to make money, but if that's what you want to do. Because he was saying,
Why he in his feelings? Why he said he in his feelings?
like he was saying he met Tyler Perry early, like years ago. P been doing this movie shit.
Mm-hmm.
So Tyler Perry was like, we'll try to do something,
Mm-hmm.
But he just met him recently when he did the I Got the Hookup Too
Mm-hmm.
in Essence Fest. And like Tyler was like acting like, what I'm saying, he was scared of him or like he didn't really want to fuck with him. He was like, nigga, just get out your feelings. I don't know why you fuck with me. But yeah, he was just like, he was just real funny acting. And then later on in the interview, he was just like, I'm not wearing no dress to make money. That's just not how I was raised, what I come from.
But I still don't understand why he said he in his feelings. I'm still confused.
Well, he was saying at Essence Fest, he was in his feelings like that kind of he ain't go through him to make I Got the Hookup. Like he did it himself. Like you should have
Gotcha.
came through me. Like, no,
why?
nigga, I've been doing
Why
this.
if I could do it on my own?
Yeah. Like it was that type of thing.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he can get out of his feelings.
And then he was like, I don't get no invite. And he was like, nah, you more than welcome to come. You ain't really asked for one. I ain't know you even want to come. Like
Do you have to ask for an invite though?
to the showing. Yeah, it was a closed showing. They showed it at Essence.
I know, but are you supposed to ask for an invite or are you supposed to be invited?
I guess it
I
worked
thought it
both
was an
ways.
invitation
But
thing.
if I don't think you coming to my house, I'm not gonna invite you. Like if I don't, what I'm saying, I don't really fuck with you like that. I'm not gonna invite you.
get out of your feelings. I do think at that level, P probably should invite, if you're gonna invite like people to a private showing and this is one of the biggest guys in this business, black guy. I think
Well,
you should invite him.
let me pose it from a different perspective, perhaps. You know how like you got Hollywood, you got all them different studios and stuff.
Mhm.
Is Tyler Perry trying to build it like what we
Black
say
Hollywood.
sometimes about we always try to do everything our own self
Mhm.
versus
Let me help
look, this is Tyler Perry Studios. Shoot your music through here, like
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, like
Everybody should shoot their movie over here.
you're
He's
black, come through this studio so we can expound on it.
Agreed, unless you have your own studio. I don't know what P has. I don't
He
think
doesn't, but knowing P,
He just probably didn't want to wait. Like I ain't got time. I know him. P,
Yeah.
I'm a hustler. I ain't got time to wait on you, man. What are we doing? Well, okay, forget it.
I don't want to give you a piece neither. Like how independent P is.
But why not if you're giving somebody a piece?
I don't
just
know
think
who
that's
he
another.
went through, but
I just think
Yeah,
that's
we'll
another
just have to
individual
wait
to
to see
pay.
more
You got
details
to pay your cash. I mean,
Um,
production company too.
Did y'all see in Detroit, a music festival basically was getting a little backlash because they was charging white people $20 to get in and blacks $10. And so they kind of had to walk back their decision to do that because, you know, people was pulling out. Did y'all have a chance to see that shit?
Yeah,
I heard that on the radio. But
I got a chance. I forgot the female rapper name, but there was a female rapper she was a black female rapper too, a female artist, I'll say. She dropped out because
she was
like,
from Detroit.
She was?
Tingy Jag. Or
Yeah, it was a weird name. I
Yeah,
hadn't heard of. But she dropped out because she was like, that's trash, which it is. You know what I'm saying? So-
that's trash. Like, we can't tell people stop discriminating, and then we're going to turn around and do the same
Right.
thing. Like,
You
we don't
can't
have to do
discriminate
that.
against me, but I can do it against you.
Everybody enjoys the music the same. If those people come and they obviously are fans of that particular genre of music, don't do that. Don't charge nobody no extra cost.
Yeah.
speaking
trash, you bitch,
of Detroit rappers, Cash Style, I do want to say that I know you and
Hating.
you with that picture with Fab
Hating.
with just some industry stuff,
Hating.
and it's all good. I understand.
You forgive her? You forgive her?
I forgive you.
She could come home tonight?
Yeah. Or I'll come over. It don't matter. Whatever you want to do.
You pick the place, huh?
Text me.
Smoke signal that nigga. What's up,
My man's still locked up, man.
I saw that.
ASAP. He's still locked up in a Swedish jail. They say that the conditions has been reported as inhumane for an incident stemming from a fan. Basically, it appeared that the fan was kind of stalking him and following him. We saw a lot of social media backlash on it because a lot of people brought up older comments from a few years ago where, you know, he said some not so supportive things to, you know, the Ferguson and Mike Brown things that were going on, basically saying that he lived in Hollywood. Those things don't apply to him.
Right.
So some people felt that, you know, signing a petition or trying to help him get out, that they ain't have shit to do with them or they ain't have nothing to do with them. I just was curious what y'all thought about that, like in his situation that he's in.
It's trash, man. Like, I did see today where the prosecutor is actually going after those two guys for harassment charges.
Yeah, I
but
did.
if that's the case, then why are you not letting him out? If you're gonna charge the two guys who attacked him because you felt like they were harassing him and following him for blocks, but yet you put him in solitary.
Yeah, I saw that, and they said that they was for harassment and fondling.
It should have been
or-
stopped.
Yeah, it's a weird the way they charge it. It makes it sound like it's sexual harassment,
Well,
but over there it's just you're bothering somebody.
No, I
Some
think it
weird
is
shit.
sexual harassment because if you remember, the report was not only were they following ASAP, but they reportedly had hit a few women on the ass, like as they walked by, just was hitting them and like touching
Like they
them.
just niggas who bother people.
Like they were just wild and sound like
Yet this man is still in jail.
Hey, man.
So what did they lock him up for? What did they charge him?
because he beat the niggas up.
He beat him up.
Like he for like 10, 15 minutes, he's like, man, stop following me. And they kept following him. Stop
Leave me
following
alone,
me. Stop
yeah.
following. Leave me alone, man. Stop following me. And then I think they even said that one of the dudes kind of physically touched him. And then that's when, hey, ASAP handled him.
Hey. Put your hands on that nigga. Yeah, dude.
Say they beat him up.
But it's still, it's crazy, man, that you would still keep this man locked up after you see the video, them bothering him. Now you're charging them. Can you charge two people that's going against each other? Can you charge them both?
I don't know how that
I don't
shit
know
works.
how
I mean,
that
you
shit
could have,
work.
like,
I mean, I guess like a fight.
It's
you know,
called
both people go to
self-defense. Like
jail.
somebody gets shot, but this person shot you because they were self-defending themselves. Is there no self-defense over there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They laws
Laws are
their
different.
laws is probably
Right.
different, but maybe he could have at least been out on bond. But again, we talking
don't have
about the way
bond over
American
there.
systems
Yeah,
work. We don't
right.
know how
Yeah,
that
we
shit
don't
work
know.
over there.
Yeah, they don't have bond. That's
And-
how Alex guy from he got locked up over there. He just had to stay over there.
Yeah.
And he was a cop over here in law enforcement, but you just don't have bond.
And
over
then you
there.
can do it over there. Yeah.
Shit.
It's weird, man. I don't
But
know,
the
man.
warden came out. You know, he said he can't talk about individual prisoners, but he was like,
It's
that
not-
doesn't happen. We got a professional cleaning crew.
Yeah.
Because what they
He
said,
said it just
was,
renovated it.
Yeah, the guy next to him had some mental issues and was throwing feces.
Yeah. Sounds like jail.
Damn.
Like when you watching like Raw and Locked Up, like when they be spraying them niggas with mace, man, them niggas be in there real life throwing shit.
But-
Like they'll put piss and shit in the cup and they'll throw that shit.
Damn.
It be like
Nah,
think
they-
about it.
That shit ain't funny, but it's just
That
crazy.
shit
That the
crazy.
nigga just
Yeah, nigga,
You in there like, man,
throw
what
that
the?
bitch around.
nigga just shit tossing. The fuck you shit tossing for, fam? Come on, put that shit up, man. Nigga shit tossing.
Just toss it around.
But man, but hopefully everything works out well for ASAP. Hopefully it's quick, because they say he's living in horrible conditions. But the warden came out and said he's not. So,
and I don't
which
know,
he would.
I don't know how we keep these music topics going because it's a lot. a lot of heavy shit. But did y'all see that Spinderella suing Salt and Pepper
Both of
for
them.
unpaid royalties?
Yeah, I saw that. And I've been hearing that for a while that shit has been going on. But yeah, I saw it today that she's suing him.
That just let you know that, man. I'm telling you, that music game, man, that
Right.
shit crazy.
I can't wait to sue Can't Get Right for stealing all our goddamn money. That's basically what happened.
You got to find it first.
Well, we
But,
even the score today.
Is this Spinderella the DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
DJ Spinderella.
But
Yeah.
I think she,
But they was all Salt and Pepper.
yeah.
Right.
Like
Oh,
they
so
didn't
she-
say her name separately. They're Salt
She
and
was
Pepper,
Ann.
but she's
Salt
in there.
Ann. She was the Ann.
She was
The
the
N in
The
that.
N.
Salt and
Yeah,
Pepper.
that symbol or some shit.
That was her. But she probably wrote some shit or something, or produced it or something, and they ain't
And
pay
she
her
and
what
she
was.
probably was the producer, so she probably wrote all that shit. You never know.
I mean,
no
if they're a group, like, you know, Ty get equal shares, even though he doesn't do equal talking.
Does he?
Well, on paper.
Does he on paper?
He gonna have to go look for it.
Ty, you get 7% on paper, okay?
I just think that just go back to
Negative self. Goddamn.
that just go back to what we be saying about music, man. That shit crazy. Like what I was saying that day. We know music. Like this is not necessarily shocking, but it's just crazy that shit. Salt and Pepper had that song in 91, 92, like a long ass time ago, and here they all still
Push
fighting over royalties.
Well,
Push
but
it good.
Did they get paid or something?
Push it. Huh?
Like the other two?
Yeah, it's just like the Eazy-E situation, basically. I'm guessing Salt and Pepper got more than Spinderella, or held out some money on Spinderella that she was supposed to get, and she feel like she's due that money.
I think that's worse. Like,
What?
I mean, we joking, but like, if one of y'all take from me,
Yeah, that's trash.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
that's fucked up.
feel more than like a big company.
But then again, it's like I think we talked about this. Like, if all of us have separate lawyers, we're not really the ones talking business. It's those lawyers. So
Yeah.
do we know?
And we don't like honestly, like that shit's probably like he said, we don't know. And if you got different lawyers, or even if we got similar lawyers or whatever we got, man, you don't know, man. All that money coming from merchandise, money coming from album sales, tour, like that's a lot of shit to keep up with coming in and out. And you probably coming to me, man, I feel like I need more money.
I ain't got it.
I
I can't
don't know
give it
what
to
you
you.
Like,
I ain't
And
the
you
one to pay it
asking
out.
me, and I'm like, nigga, I ain't got it.
Yeah,
Like, what you talking about?
I got my check. You didn't get yours. That's
Yeah.
all I know.
Yeah. It got to be something else though, cause like them niggas on TV now, like they
Who
still
that?
doing like shows.
I don't
like
think
the
she
Funk
be on the
Fest and
TV
shit.
shows though. The Spinderella one.
So she can't be crying about that if that's what it is. But if it's some shit with the music that she contributed to, oh, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Then yeah, she should get parts.
9 times out of 10 in the 90s, they was all getting messed over.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
But she's suing them two specifically.
You
Yeah.
saying the 90s, we still seeing that shit
Yeah,
now.
today. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what we talking about. We were talking about Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is always prevalent. It's the music industry, and I don't think it's ever going
That's
nowhere.
fucked up.
did y'all see Wayne on the he on tour with Blink 182?
He gonna quit. He said,
Yeah, he
I saw
said
that shit today.
that shit ain't his vibe.
And he said it in his vibe, but it was weird because nigga, that bitch was packed out.
But
Like he
But
was
they
like the
coming to see
crowd
them,
wasn't
though.
his, but still, nigga, they in your concert rocking to you.
I think that's the problem. They wasn't. Like they're not hanging on to his every word. They're not rapping his every word.
I get it, man. But
You know.
if you put the Dummies in front 25, I get he's Wayne and he's used to
Yeah,
play.
but
Right,
I-
you headline.
But I
nigga.
can also understand if they go take hours and tell us to go do a podcast in front of a rodeo.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? A cowboy rodeo.
Right.
Yeah, you
That ain't
might
just
can
sing.
get some people, but them people like just, you know,
Right.
I don't,
it's
for-
just like being the opening act when you in front of some, like people just,
I mean, from the video that I saw, it looks like there was enough people into it.
I mean, I'm
could
pretty
be
sure
wrong.
it's a reason why he did it.
It's weird.
Wayne didn't just walk out, and Wayne be with that rock boy
Right.
shit, that rock star stuff, you know.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's crazy. So he quit the tour.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
well-
he didn't. He did like 7 songs, and then he was like, he left stage. He walked off stage.
But he said all this on stage. She was like, "Yeah, this ain't really for me. Y'all ain't really, y'all don't really rock with me like that.
You can't do
I don't
that.
think I'm do this no more."
You can't do that. I
He
get
Wayne.
it.
Shit.
He Wayne.
I get it.
Wayne can get up out of that. What's that? That ain't gonna hurt Wayne.
It won't. I'm not saying it would hurt him.
He can come on back. Come on back, man. Take that auto tune off, man, and give us that spit.
Can
man.
we said this over and over? Can he do that?
I don't think so, but I'm gonna still. That don't mean I can't ask for it.
Can he do that?
I thought
man?
if he could, he would have done it already. The Wayne we know.
Mhm.
How long ago was that even album that was already done? Years ago.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Oh, fuck it.
Some more. Mustard is DJ free and debt free.
I saw that.
He's no more.
Shouts out to Mustard.
Shouts out.
Right.
He's
Yeah.
no longer DJ Mustard, and he said he paid his debt. The quote says Mustard has officially dropped the DJ from his name and has likewise dropped all of his debt. The hit-making heavyweight has reportedly sold half of his catalog and bought himself out of every contract he was bound to.
Teleprompter over that bitch.
Now signed only to himself. Fuck that. It's safe to say we could expect a lot more. So shouts out to him. But do any of us know what all of that entails and what all of that means for him?
Whoever he was
He's free.
signed under his contracts, yeah, he let them keep. You know, he probably couldn't keep DJ Mustard, so he just took
Changed it to
DJ off,
Mustard.
but say, hey, y'all keep half of my old shit, and going forward, I'm my own man.
Was it half or was it all or was it?
Half.
Okay, that's dope.
But-
But I think even having half now and still going forward, like Mustard is super young, man.
I was just about to
He's
say.
super
That
young,
boy
so
got
man, he
so
got a
much shit.
lot of shit ahead of him, man.
Right.
Still got a lot of talented artists that he keep finding
Right.
and discovering. He in California. It's a hotbed over there.
It's always a hit
I
of
think
his on the radio.
He did it perfect. Like, man, you know how long it takes some people to realize what Mustard just probably figured out?
Mhm.
Ooh, if I go ahead and buy myself and pay myself out now, I'll be better in the long run.
I
He
make,
basically-
I make a couple of more hits. I'm set.
Right. I won't have this $20 million house. I had this $10 million house, but I own everything, and then later on I get a $100 million house.
Yeah,
But-
basically what Dre did at Death Row.
Yeah,
I was just watching
that
shit.
makes a whole lot of sense.
Yeah.
But the only thing, like, it is a risk because sometimes DJ's sound or producer, they're not really DJs,
Yeah,
but
they
a
die.
producer's sound will go out.
Do you think his will?
I don't think so.
Because
No.
I
No.
think
He's a
because
good
he's the
producer.
West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be West Coast, and he's it, right?
I mean, he's got artists that's still going to do great stuff that's going to go to him.
Eh.
But like, what's the nigga name? Nitty on the beat. He was everywhere for about a
Gone.
year.
He gone.
Gone.
But that's the difference with
Right.
him and somebody like a Mustard. Mustard
Mustard
making
popping shit.
pop.
Yeah, he all
He
over,
makes
right.
R&B. He makes
Yeah.
rap. And then if you can do all them different genres, you're going to be A-okay.
Right.
If you could do pop
Yeah,
alone, you
if you're
great.
just doing rap,
If you
then
could do-
your sound going to get
Look
get
how
old.
how Scott Storch came back.
Came
Did
back.
he come back?
That nigga,
He
making
did a
beats
couple
and he-
songs. I forgot what songs.
He's
it
not
was.
back.
but
to
he's
the
not
level,
back.
No.
No,
like
he's
he
not
ain't
And he
doing
went broke.
everybody's shit, but he's like Timberland ain't doing everybody's shit, but them niggas still
But-
got they loaded.
But imagine if he wouldn't have, he kind of, that was self-inflicted.
Right.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
was
it was.
self-inflicted.
It was.
That's what I'm
That's a
saying.
little
Big
bit
time.
different.
Yeah.
Big shouts out to Jaden Smith, man. My man spent his 21st birthday lunching I Love You restaurant. It was basically like a food truck, I guess he
Super
did. That
dope.
he was passing out healthy vegan food options to the homeless over there in his area, man. I thought that was pretty dope, man. A man so young decided to give out so much back to the community. I
Right.
thought that was big dope. So I just wanted to make sure, we gave a
Right.
little shout out to him.
And he also did something with Flint for the water. He did something with filtration or something
Mhm.
that he was working with. It's just, yeah, like he said, it was just dope.
And his album out. I'll give it a shot to see what it sounds like. I heard it was okay, but I don't know. I never listened to his music, so I don't know. I'll try it. I think it's called Side.
Shouts out to that food truck. That's
Right.
definitely dope. I don't know about the music. Sorry.
Go and listen to it. 'Cause you say you like the new shit.
Who, me?
I seen him perform. I don't,
Did you?
Yeah.
Where you
He-
saw that at?
It was in LA for the little All-Star game.
So you just going to Jaden Smith concerts and not telling us, huh?
No, he was performing at the All-Star game.
Tell that nigga I was at the All-Star game. Stun on that nigga, Joe.
So that's still a Jaden Smith concert.
If you want to call it that, okay.
Yeah, it was an All-Star game that they invited him to perform. I had to sit there. My man standing on you, though.
He still on me.
Yes, he did.
I did not.
I didn't
got
want to
you.
see Jaden.
I didn't either.
Perfectly
It was time to
fine.
refill my drink.
They $1.3 billion worth of coke was seized in Philadelphia, man.
Shouts out to Philly, the new white.
The coke capital, it seemed like, no?
It's every other week you see something in Philly getting popping up.
But what I thought was crazy about this, and I don't know what this means just because the ownership, but it was owned by J.P. Morgan,
Yeah.
the big bank.
The bank.
The ship was owned by them. Now, it subleases down to another company, so
Right.
I don't know how much they're into it, but it make you wonder, like,
Are they really into it?
That would make
Is
sense.
it really them?
That's a great investment.
What regular nigga really getting a $1.3 billion of coke over here?
you letting somebody lease your name and you don't know what's going on with it? It's owned by you and you don't know what's going on up under there?
In that amount?
I don't know.
That's a lot of money
Sheesh.
not to know about.
But yeah, they basically seized the shipment of $1.3 billion. and
That's
coke.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Dez should start laughing. He might have got some of that coke. Yeah,
Dez, you the plug? Let us know. Goddamn giggling ass. Nigga start giggling. Goddamn. But I don't know, man. That shit weird. I got a fan question, guys. Okay, so a fan sent me this. It was a social media post. It was this guy. He's about to get married, and when he had nothing, this female he met, who he's about to marry, basically took care of him. He said when he first met her, he had nowhere to live. He was living on a couch. She took care of him. She always bigged him up. Like if he got a job, even if he just was making $5, $6, $7, $10 an hour, she bigged him up. She even sponsored his first few ventures. You know what I'm saying? And so he's saying he loves her, but social media killed him. Was basically like, damn, nigga, is that your mama? And so I said that just to ask the question, like, do you see this man as weak? Because social media does. So what do you think of these situations? Is there a double standard? Because if there was a female, will it be seen the same way? So what do y'all think about that?
I mean, everything a double standard. You just got to live with it. I looked at it as, I saw women saying, single women at that, saying, I would never do that. I'm like, that's why you're single.
Pretty much.
But if he stays with her and it works and they're in love, I don't have a problem with it.
It was worth it. But what
You
if
found somebody you want to marry.
But what if it didn't work?
Then she wasted her time and money.
What you mean by if it didn't work? Because they about to get married.
They're about to get married, but let's say she did all of that and then they broke up. Or went separate ways.
But then when he got on, he left. And that would have been trash.
I still see it as the same way, man. I don't see that as him being a weak man. I see that as he was trying. And if there's a woman that's going to support him, she should support him. Just like if it's in reverse. Like there's a lot of times where there's women or men who support these women who get where they need to go and they leave too, but they don't see that as a failure.
See, the reaction I saw to that post, I know what you're talking about, was different. It was women saying, I wouldn't do that. She's stupid.
Right.
I was like, it wasn't by him being weak. I mean, I see where you coming from, but no. Like, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
To me, I just feel like, number one, my dog, forget social media. Who cares about what social media think?
Well, in general.
No, I mean, you said
yeah.
social media
Social
killing
media
him.
killing
So fuck social media. Yeah. That's my answer to it. Like, if you and your woman or your wife to be, you know what I'm saying, got to understand, who gives a fuck about what social media got to say or if social media killing you? The next thing is like sometimes, man, when you get in a relationship, man, you make investments. Y'all make investments in each other. And dating or none of that shit, sometimes it don't work, and that's all right. It's only meant for it to be one person.
Right.
You got to be okay with sometimes that don't work. Like, you know, you might want it to be that person or this person, but it may not work for whatever reason.
Right.
And you can't get mad at the investment that you spent in there like, oh, man, I shouldn't. Because, you know, if it worked, you're a genius. If it don't, you look stupid. So I just feel like, man, live your life, do you, man, and it'll fall how it fall.
And overall, man, it's your fucking business. It's y'all two. If y'all building a partnership or a team in that hole, nobody else's opinion should matter.
Gotcha.
And one thing social media can't do, social media can't hold you at night. So goddamn, all them questions.
They can hold you back, goddamn.
Yeah, hold you up.
That's it.
That's about all they can do. So,
Man, social media say that girl's stupid. She break up with him, and then they call her stupid again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
that girl got a husband who's successful.
Right.
social media.
Isn't that what you want at the end of the day?
Isn't it? That's all it should be about. She got a husband that's successful. Fuck what your single ass talking about. Shit, don't matter, goddamn. My boy took a L.
Who?
Floyd Mayweather. Nigga took a L,
Skates.
man. That nigga bust his ass, man. Did y'all see that video?
I did. Because 50 made sure
And
that everybody
Did y'all see 50 fuck with my man about the big ass purse?
Yeah.
Get the biggest Chanel back at the store if you want it. That ain't what he talking about, Chad.
Dummy.
Hey, Floyd really need to fight that nigga fool. Like, just square up with that nigga one day.
50 a lot bigger, and I done seen 50 hit the heavy bag. Who y'all got winning?
I got Floyd out there.
Floyd.
Long.
You think so? 50 a big guy, man.
I mean,
with some
unless he
hands.
grab
Man,
him.
y'all
I mean,
got
he
to
can grab
stop.
him.
Floyd is a great fighter at 148 pounds, man.
50, 220?
50 Cent like 220, man. Get the fuck out of here.
And he got hands.
I
done
don't
seen
care.
him.
I don't care how quick Floyd is. 2-3 punches, you talking about a fight? My man gonna goddamn
Big slam.
Boom,
Big slam on your
it's
neck.
over.
Okay.
We talking about
If he
Talking about
grab
fight.
him, it's
We-
over.
if y'all talking about
grab
going
him.
in the boxing ring, maybe.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm going with 50 for the simple fact that the word on the street is that T.I. beat him up. And I saw 50 and T.I. together. So I'm going to go with 50.
I don't see how T.I. could beat up Floyd.
I don't either, but
Street fight.
In a street fight, then
they say,
that's different.
They say
I
T.I.
thought you were
is
talking
better.
But also, I don't think Floyd can hit you.
What you mean?
Yeah, legally.
His hands,
Yeah.
he can't. They're legal
lethal
weapons.
weapons.
What if you attack him though?
I can
I'm pretty
defend
sure he can
myself with my
defend
legal
himself.
weapons.
Yeah.
Guns are legal if,
Guns are legal
if you
weapons.
did the right
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Goddamn shit.
So-
You come attack me. Pop, 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 pop.
I guess he only could use him in the open carry state.
Alabama, he
He'll
good.
fuck you up in Alabama.
Just bring your ass to Alabama. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Couldn't do
Open
nothing in
hand
Vegas.
give out of state.
Right? you can get these hoes for free, brother. Free 99.
You got me in Vegas. Wait till I come to Georgia. That's crazy, man. But shit crazy.
That's
Fuck off.
crazy.
That is crazy.
I think get that cartoon laugh.
Get off the shit, cuz.
That's crazy.
He laughing pretty hard, laugh box. Laugh
That
box.
nigga laugh box. Grace gave that nigga a hell of a name.
Laugh box.
Laugh box.
That's crazy, man. But Dapper Dan, man. Dapper Dan had an interview this week that was all over everywhere, the internet, the radio. And basically what it was is Dapper Dan sparks conversation about black community's relationship with high fashion and black-owned brands. I actually got a chance to watch the interview last night. It was a pretty dope interview. At first, I kind of was zoning off and didn't want to hear it. But then once he got deeper into the stories and what he meant by what he's doing, I found it pretty interesting. And he just basically saying, like, I don't have a problem with supporting black, black brands, but why would I start there? Why would I go there when I can go to this big brand and be bigger and get inside of something big? Like, how do you take over the world if you don't start within something that's taken over the world already? And I just want to know if y'all saw that video, and then what do y'all think about what Dapper Dan had to say about these high fashion brands compared to the black brands or smaller brands, so to say.
I mean, you already know I disagree with it. I watched because I was a fan of.
What about it? What did you disagree with?
What I mean, I'm gonna get there. If you just give me a minute.
Hold your horses.
But his whole movement in the 80s I thought was cool. You know, of course I wasn't around, but like how he had the dope boys and the entertainers, everybody coming to buy his shit. He made Gucci cool. He made all these designer brands, Louis Vuitton, all of them. He's the reason that we as black people even started wearing that shit. So if you can make that cool, why not make your own thing cool?
You wasn't around in the 80s?
I wasn't
Okay.
buying clothes. I mean, I wasn't on the block.
See?
Like,
Nigga, tough problem.
yeah, Lee, I was 6 at the height of the 80s, 89.
I wouldn't
I was actually 5.
I think over there getting the Gucci big wheel. Like,
Yeah, like what you want me to do? Sorry, I wasn't selling dope at 5.
Shoestrings or something, goddamn.
Think it's crazy.
damn, what?
But yeah, like, and then like he said on there, like Supreme is because of me.
Mhm.
I'm sure Virgil would tell you he probably was inspired by him.
Mhm.
Like those are billion-dollar brands.
But he's also with those bigger high fashion brands as well, Virgil. That's what it said.
But he still has his own shit. He has Off-White. Off-White is his. He fucks with Gucci.
Mhm.
But
He fucks with Gucci. He fucks with Louis V. He
no,
fucks with all the high.
it's just one. I
Well,
think it's
he
just
fucks with
Louis.
all the high. Well,
Yeah.
the high brands. And
But-
why? Okay, you say you disagree with him. You say if he can go to Gucci and make them big, then why can't he go with this smaller brand and make them big?
Yeah.
Why start at the bottom when you can be at the top?
That's not starting at the bottom because,
That is.
bruh, Gucci is only giving him a very small percent of his collection.
That man have houses that's worth $5 million. Can Supreme do that?
The house he bought in 1962.
I get that, but that was off of Gucci.
Gucci didn't give him that.
That was off of Gucci, not Supreme.
No, that was off his hard works of what he did in the 80s.
Of doing what? What was he doing in the 80s?
Copywriting Gucci.
Exactly.
But we also, too, see that, he's older. He was the first.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm, you know, the younger guys, I get to watch and see what he did and do different and do better. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I don't understand. When I looked at it, and when we was talking about it earlier, I don't understand what's wrong with commanding a price for yourself or what's wrong with wanting to be high end. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that, because none of those brands that we talking about are cheap brands. Sure. Like, everybody can't go in and go get those clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got jeans that's priced at $80, that's not for everybody, believe it or not. That costs money to go get those jeans.
That's not for everybody, but they're not $8,000.
Right, but they're still not for everybody. So to sit there and say, like, why he can't make them, you know what I'm saying? It's probably some other people, when they go get them $15 Levi's, they'll be like, shit, why? Levi's making them for people who can afford them.
Like, right now, I don't want to pay $80 for jeans. I'm going to H&M, pay me $25, $30 for some jeans.
But I think the thing was, like...
So you the real dad jeans?
Nah, my shit fit.
You try to put it on top.
My shit
saw the
fit.
real.
My shit fit. Tar shit with big boy boot cut at the bottom of them hoes. Them
No,
hoes flapping at the
no
bottom.
boot cut.
God, you stick your hand on the tar.
No.
That nigga had a breeze up under
No,
That nigga say he had them preacher pants.
No, don't give me no boot
He had
cut.
them TD Jake Foles.
Nigga shit.
Can't be getting them loose jeans.
Remember the Steve Harvey shit used to flap where he used to walk over? Big ass pants.
That nigga pants
Stop
at the
getting the
bottom of his
relaxed
shoe,
fit,
goddamn.
Todd. Don't get the relaxed fit.
Don't get relaxed.
But nah, somebody was finna say.
But what I was gonna say,
Play
like,
too much, man.
it was a long time between when Gucci told him to stop. Probably was in the mid '80s. I don't know who that. I was like 1 or 2. I'm sorry. I'm just going off.
He wants you to remember
what
back
they
then.
said. Was you there? Did you see it?
Why you weren't wearing it then?
No.
But you listened to what he said, so you
But
know.
well, I think what Charlamagne question was, all right, you went from stop selling clothes in the '80s till you got with Gucci in 2017, 18. Why in that time frame you didn't help out Carl Canai or Rockaway?
Did he stop or did he go on the ground?
He went underground.
That's not stopping.
He went underground for a while, but then he stopped, like, because that stopped being cool. Like, in the 90s, he wasn't just popping
I
like
just
that.
feel like it.
Because he went to jail. After he got out of jail, he wasn't, I don't think he said he was selling clothes anymore. So why not help out one of those other
The
brands?
best thing he said to me in that entire interview is, man, if you want to take over and be the biggest brand, why not be within the biggest brand to find
I
out
thought that
how
was
to
dope.
be the biggest brand?
I thought that was dope. I thought it was whack when he was like, I want to go to the people with the money. I thought
But
that
why
was kinda
not?
whack.
You don't want to go to a job that doesn't have any money or that's not going to give you any money.
No,
you
no.
go to the
Why don't
job that gives you the most
Right,
money.
like why you won't
Why you don't
go work for the startup?
Why won't you go work for the general?
All right, what am I saying is,
Go work for the general, goddamn.
Right.
what I'm saying is that he would have made, I think, more money doing his own thing.
You don't know
You
that,
can't
though.
say that though.
And apparently not, because he seems like he's about money.
But what he kept saying is, I want to be global.
And that's
But
more
in
money.
2019, it's very easy to be global.
Not necessarily, man. It's different reaches. Y'all got to understand that. That's why, like, when people sign deals and stuff, like, I can be big here, and it looks like I'm big on the internet because everybody talking about me. But when you say global, you're talking about Australia, you're talking about Japan, you're talking about New Zealand,
Exactly
you're talking
what he
about,
said.
I want to be big. I want to be able to, my brand to be all over the world
I don't want to just be in New York and Cali.
on a certain demographic.
Hip-hop.
I want to be for all
Hip-hop.
demographics. Like, it's easy.
And he still represents black culture. He's like, man, I'm representing hip hop. I'm just doing it on a bigger scale. Like, these kids in China and Japan, they like hip hop. So what I'm making is hip hop, and they like that. So
Okay.
Me personally, I'm going to work for the biggest company out there if I have the opportunity. That's just me.
So, pivoting. I want to talk to y'all about something.
Pivot like
We've
LeVar
been
Ball.
we've been we've been seeing a lot about this. Youth sports. Park ball sports. You know, where we come from, we call them park ball sports. We've been seeing a lot of dangers, and I've been seeing a lot of social media activity with football season about to start. You see a lot of park balls now starting practice in June. Some of them starting early July, where they getting in pads and stuff, and they got these kids 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old already suiting up, performing. We see AAU basketball now. It's a year-round sport. The boys finish playing they regular season in February, March, and They back in the gym playing April, May, June, July, August, all the way back into basketball season start again, September, October, you know what I'm saying? And they started at such a young age. And we starting to see a lot of studies where, like, you know, people are pushing 2 and 3-year-olds to be in tip-top shape and got them doing sit-ups and push-ups. And, you know, are we getting to a point where we're ruining the innocence of kids because a lot of parents are trying to push them to be so competitive and or living their lives through these kids or just trying to make these kids LeBron James at age 4? I just was curious of y'all thoughts because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on social media. And there's a lot of parents out there that listen to us that got young boys or young girls that are competing in sports. Where y'all at?
I think it's trash. Because the simple fact, basketball, I agree with a little bit more. Because if you wasn't playing on the AAU team, coming up, you was going to play basketball, especially in the summertime, all day long. That's a less physical sport. Y'all that went far along in football know that's such a demanding sport. Mm-hmm. And to have players in pads 2-3 months before the season.
That's crazy.
I play Little League football. We practiced, we started probably 2 weeks before the first game. Mm-hmm. We conditioned 1 week, pads another week, game 2 weeks from now. June, bro, and you don't start to maybe the end of August, that means y'all probably in pads for 2 months.
Right, like
that's crazy.
Like you don't even wear pads in high school, when I was in high school, in the summer. You know what I'm saying? And like for the summers, I don't remember having any practice because I stayed with my dad for the summer. So of course there was no football, there was no sports. But yeah, we did get out. And you say you understand basketball more because you'll get out and play. We still play football. It just was touch football.
It was just touch football, yeah.
Or some tackle football, no equipment. But man, let these kids be kids, man. Like I didn't start playing football till 9 years old, 8, 9 years old maybe. And they got these kids at 3 going crazy. Like, man, that shit don't make no sense.
And then what summer do you have? Like you said, you went to your dad. That's an experience.
Yeah.
Like summer is for experience. You ain't got to take them to Europe, but it's an experience. I went to Butler, Alabama in the summer. Mm-hmm. The countries of the country. I still have fun moments of that. It was an experience. That's what the summer is for. It's your break. Mm-hmm. You talking about June? Man, you don't get your wannabe Vince Lombardi ass on somewhere.
But first, I ain't never heard of a 2 or 3-year-old even getting ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is asinine.
They have
and it's stupid.
That novice football shit now.
But as far as like secondary, like middle school to high school level, I mean, you can go to 5th grade even. Like, they have little tournaments around the world where you can play in, like, football
or basketball. Well, now, nowadays.
Right, now they do. That's why, that you
but
kind of understand.
Is that too much as well?
I mean, what else they going to do? I get it.
By the time.
He bringing out his coaches.
By the time I got done playing college football, I was tired, man. Like, my body was done with football.
Yeah.
It was done, fool.
And I completely get it. And some basketball players may feel the same exact way.
So, laying a little bit more context to what they said, some of it was this. A couple of y'all said at different points that, we played basketball. One of the things they said that the kids aren't active anymore. So some of that things that you're seeing is not pads, that it's actually conditioning, getting them in drills and stuff. Because we was little kids and we went out there at 10 o'clock and we played basketball or football or ran and played tag or just did some kind of running, ride bikes or whatever, something physical. We did that shit for 8-9 hours out the day.
That I don't
they
mind.
Saying that a lot of kids not doing it.
That I don't mind.
Yeah. And so that was one of their context to it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's not pads, or is it pads as well?
They say that it's not supposed to be pads.
Yeah, it's supposed not to be pads.
But what about these little, not like you said, like these football tournaments? Now they have Little League football tournaments where these kids are traveling in the summers and it's me personally, I blame AAU basketball. I think that people saw how AAU basketball was getting big. You got all these different, and some of these AAU basketball teams, I hate to tell it to y'all, that's not AAU. No. Like AAU used to be elite. Right. Mm-hmm. Now everybody call everything. If you hoop in the summertime and it's off season, that's AAU team. No, you niggas not. You go play for a real AAU team, no nigga gonna beat y'all at 99 or goddamn 2.
The Adidas Gauntlet and EYBL. If you're not playing on those, you're bullshit.
Yeah,
It's gonna
like
be
you
honest.
know what I'm saying. So you go in there, you learn these bad skills, you learn to go score points.
Right.
You go learn in there. You don't really learn in basketball. Cool. What else?
Thank you. You're taking the words out of my mouth because I'm telling you, I hate that AAU shit.
So
we
hate
know.
it.
We know.
I hate it.
We know.
I mean, I can remember when like Mobile didn't all the talent down there. They ain't even have an AAU team.
Right.
Like I used to have to like drive Howard to Montgomery because that was the closest
Yeah.
Right. And they do that
AAU
now
team.
Still. They still do that.
So
But it's 50 of them now.
right.
Everybody,
Yeah,
they got
everybody
one.
got
Every
one.
neighborhood got one
Right.
now. Like
Yeah.
everybody, homeboy got one. And I'm not saying it's bad. The next context was they say that it gives outlet for the kids to be able to do something. Give them guidance. Give them some kind of discipline. Get them organized where they not just running around for the summer, bored, doing nothing, and getting into trouble.
I don't mind it in that aspect if it's something to keep them active, because you got to stay active. Of course, I'm for activeness. But if that's the purpose of it, cool. But if they're out here banging heads and in pads in the middle of this fucking 100-degree weather right now, I ain't with that.
And like I was saying with AAU basketball is a little bit different.
Yeah.
It is physical and it's a demand on your body, but what I'm saying is I've seen travel football teams where they start practicing, like we said, in June and July, and then these people go through into February in and out of tournaments. Football is not a sport that's made to be played in tournaments. You cannot play multiple football games in a day, man. That shit is ridiculous. And if you got kids who are on these travel teams, you need to think twice about that shit. You can just as easily, after that little 8 to 10 game season over, take him out of that organized shit and go take them over there and learn drills. Go
Right.
learn skill
Fundamentals.
sets. Go
Right.
learn fundamentals.
Right.
Go condition. Go do little stuff like that. Not sitting there playing in contact. That shit's not doing nothing for
or
you.
just play another sport. Like even my unathletic
true.
ass.
Yes.
I played baseball. I ain't do nothing well, but I played baseball, basketball, football, all throughout the year. So you was never really sitting down.
And you know
And then you went outside.
And you notice now that it's a heavy push to try to get kids back in the track. This track season, let them go run
Yeah,
track.
go run.
Yeah.
This track time,
Perfect
man. Let them go run
conditioning,
track.
goddamn. I damn sure played all basketball. Let me see, basketball, track, football.
Most football coaches
Baseball.
wanted you to run track,
And
so
that's what-
you'll stay in shape.
And in high school, my football coach, he pushed me to go run track. And I wish I would have, because track is probably the most helpful sport as far as keeping you athletic, keeping you in shape to do. So.
Yeah, because you getting form and you running.
And he was like, even if you slow, still go do it.
Another thing that was the backlash that was coming off of it, they was talking about, and I don't like to be one of these people. I know, some people think, that I'd be like that.
Hey, man, we not going to be pointing fingers up in here, okay?
I've been real positive.
We ain't gonna
this
point no
episode.
fingers.
No. He shouldn't rebut too hard because ain't gonna put no fingers. But I'm not one of those ones that feel like if you didn't play the game, you can't have knowledge base of it. But some of the feedback was these guys have never played sports or played it at a high level, and that's why they got these kids out there doing shit. They're not teaching them fundamentals. They just sending them out there and trying to compete against their nigga on the other hood to try to see who the better kid, stuff like that.
And that's
Yeah,
what I was gonna say
that's
too.
trash,
It stopped being about the kid when they probably hit Dynamite A or something. You see everybody along the gate, they betting on the game. It stopped being about the kid a long time ago.
Yeah.
I think Dynamite is included.
I'm saying so.
That's
fuck is
big. I mean,
The fuck is Dynamite?
It's just a weight division. Like,
Okay.
What the age?
And the
Well,
weight and the
You got to
age.
break that down because everybody don't do that.
Right.
Some people do grades.
Yeah.
Some people just call it weight.
weight and grade.
know what I'm saying?
That's
So-
what we're talking about. The
Dynamite A and B was probably 3rd or 4th grade.
Like when
Yeah.
I
You go to Peanut, that's the
a little
super
bit
little
of-
kids.
right.
Probably 1st
4
grade.
and 5.
right, 4 and 5.
Then I think after Peanut is
Midgets.
Dynamite B. No, it's Dynamite B, Dynamite A. That's a grade
midget.
up. Then you
Then
go
junior.
midget B, midget A, then junior.
I was based off of age first and then weight. So you
Right.
had to be a certain age and then a certain weight.
Yeah,
Right.
you,
And
you
see,
had
when I
to.
was playing in Wisconsin, it was grades.
Right.
4th grade,
4th grade,
5th
5th
grade.
grade.
Yeah, you know what I'm
And
saying?
that's
like
how
when
the
I-
Hoover League. Like
you play off of your grade.
You play off
Right.
your grade.
Like I
right.
never played middle school football. Like when I was in, like most people will in the 9th grade, they would play middle school football, but I never did because I was still younger than everybody, so I still played park ball.
See, I want to say your junior year, that's probably should be your 7th grade year where really by the time you play junior, all the good players are playing
middle school.
middle
ball.
school.
Right.
Fuck
But-
that. Fuck that. I was dominating park ball.
But that nigga
Nigga,
crazy.
you was playing center. Like we forgot.
Shit.
Nigga was playing center.
Nigga, that fool. It's crazy. Like my first year, I played running
I
back.
don't want to play center no
My
more.
fir-
I want
nah.
to do what the
Coach,
quarterback was doing.
Coach, tell him I can run.
Listen to this
I wanna
dumbass.
do what the
He
quarterback was
did
doing.
it too. My first year, I played running back. Well, at first I started.
We
on the
already
track.
know.
I hope
the
there's
track.
new listeners. Maybe we got new
listeners.
but go
Fuck
ahead.
that. When you listen to stuff, you hear that people repeat shit all the time, over and over and over. Okay, so fuck y'all. My first year, play running back, score about 20, 30 touchdowns. I don't
There you
remember.
go up.
Second year, this nigga was like
The
five.
man scored 30 touchdowns in Park League. You play 8 games.
Let me tell you how bad I was.
Y'all play 8
I
games.
scored 60 touchdowns in the first game.
That nigga sound like Al Bundy.
Al Bundy was trill.
Everybody thought he was so
Al
loud.
Bundy was trill, boy.
He got the shirt on too. The
The Heisman pole, goddamn. My man kept the Heisman pole.
Come on, Hootie. You scored 95
All right,
touchdowns.
35
Come on, man.
touchdowns.
How many you scored?
I did score one.
How many? Fuck that. How many you watched? That's all you did.
Dummy.
I play both sides.
Of what? The bench?
No.
Go left bench, right bench?
Hey, bro. Continue being a hero in
Fuck
Park
that
League.
stuff. I was the man. The end. Fuck it. I don't even remember what I was
Thank
going with
you.
That's a
it.
great
goddamn.
But no, but see, oh, go ahead.
Well, what I was gonna say was, I think youth sports is just getting to a weird place. Because do y'all remember like a couple of years ago, where it was still Mobile, but people was mad because little kids was getting cut out Park League and they was having tryouts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's not what
That's
Park League is
bullshit.
for.
nah, it's
Right.
just about participating in something, being a part of something.
Like the sorriest player, like I wasn't all the way at the end of the bench, but even he deserved to play. Like your folks paid their money or did their fundraiser. He deserves to play. And that's what Park League is supposed to be about.
Yeah.
Park
that's
Ball League is supposed to be for fun.
Fun, right?
It's supposed to be for development. It's supposed to get kids, just introduced to the game. I was talking to a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? They was, he ain't playing it. He ain't good. And like, man, it's not about that. Like, I mean, it's some people don't even play to high school and then they go on to the NFL and they didn't play to their senior year.
Right.
It's not even about that. It's about it. You look at people like Antonio Gates, didn't even play, you know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden they get to the NFL and they superstars.
Superstar, right?
Learn the parents, single women out there who got kids or men in general, let your kid develop the skill set. Let him learn how to play the game properly. If that coach in that park ain't teaching them the game properly, get your kid from over there because your kid can be in danger of being hurt. And this shit is important because like Huda said, man, at the end of my senior year, I was worn out from football. I had been playing since I was 5 years old. You know what I'm saying? And so you go all the way up, you kind of burnt out. It was time for something different. It was time to do something.
I have a question about that cutting shit.
Cut a park ball.
Was
Man, you
it
should
was
be
it at a
ashamed of
point
yourself.
where they had to? Like, meaning, like, nowadays you see some teams be having 60, 70, 80 kids to a team.
Because
they all go to one place.
because they try to go to the cool parks.
The cool part.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So
I'm not going to name them, but in Mobile, there's like 4 cool parks.
So in that instance, is it needed? Or do you understand? Not need, but is it because sometimes you can't
At that
fund all them
point,
kids,
it is
man.
needed.
Stop recruiting them over there.
Right.
It was supposed to be a neighborhood thing.
Yeah, it was supposed to be
This is your neighborhood park. If
Mm-hmm.
you stayed by Kid Park, or, that's just a park name. That's the park you went to. I stayed close to Cottage Hill Park.
Yeah, you play for your
You
park.
go to your closest park.
Right.
Yep.
But they're not doing that no more.
No, they're taking them to this cool place.
Then they get
this
mad at
place.
one
It's your
park,
fault.
and next 9 they at another park.
That's your fault.
And then also
Shit.
Park League should be you playing with your friends that you
Grow
that's
up
in
with.
your neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the fun part. And we're gonna try to beat them niggas.
Yeah.
And what everybody,
But that's
everybody's not a
parents.
fucking superstar.
That's parents want to
Go
be
ahead,
part of the,
Can't
the
tell
cool
a parent
kids.
that. Don't you ever tell a parent that, okay?
Okay.
They need to hear.
They need to hear that.
It was,
That's what I'm
it was
saying.
sarcasm.
Yeah.
It was sarcasm.
No.
Yeah, I got it. But I'm just saying, like they
They
do.
need
Go
to hear
ahead,
that.
Todd.
They're not a superstar. Like you said, allow them to learn the game. Not just because he went over to this park and they gave this nigga the ball 36 times a game. You know what I'm saying?
Who that nigga with? At Hootie.
That nigga was killing them. Like, yeah, he's the only player on that team. You get on another team because you think this team won the chip every year, so you go over there, he ain't playing. Why my child ain't playing? No.
Just
You wanted
make
him to, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, allow him to learn how to play first. Like, if you don't know how to play, your athleticism is going to only take you so far. Period. I don't care what sport it is.
Yeah, and let your kid play the position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm sure when Huda was playing center, you know what I'm saying? They was like, man, my boy, you know how to. My boy can play quarterback. Nah,
My mom ain't have a clue.
He a center.
I ain't even say nothing. I held it in like a G. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because that's what you supposed to do.
You was finna
just
quit,
learning
though.
the game.
He was finna
I was
quit.
finna quit.
You weren't gonna quit.
Nah, I wasn't gonna quit.
I wanted to quit
wouldn't-
baseball, but my
I
mom was
wasn't
like,
gonna
no,
do
you
it.
can't quit. Like, you cannot play again next year.
Cause like man, like as a kid, you don't really be thinking about that shit. Like I didn't want to play guard, but I was gonna do it. 'Cause
You was
I
out there. It
I
was
just wanted to
fun.
play football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was just fun. No matter what position
Yeah,
you
I just
played
wanted to
back
play,
then,
man.
that shit do.
I want the ball, but I just want to play all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So
They
the-
had me at the end. Standing up. You
I
know
knew-
what I
I
mean? Parkley, I don't know if y'all, yeah, stand up
and
the
box.
end.
The long nigga always
the
played
the moral of the story, man. Parents out there, allow your kids to learn the game. Don't take it so seriously. Don't overdo it. You know what I mean? Let them naturally develop a love for the game. Let them learn the skill sets and the fundamentals behind the game. Make sure that park that you teaching your kids is just like a school. Make sure that person is teaching them the fundamentals. If that's something that you feel like is an important sport and your kid is showing a lot of interest in, make sure that they, developing that skill set.
And dress appropriately. Don't have people watching you more than they watching the kids.
There go Joe.
It be some moms out there that's
There go Joe.
they out there looking for somebody.
There go Joe.
I mean, ain't that wrong with it? But god damn.
I did see a post say, "Hey, women, get your best tights out.
Yeah.
Football season about to start." It's some sponsors at the park.
They be having tights and halter tops. Like, mama.
Y'all niggas so trash.
Y'all like scary movies?
What?
What the fuck was that?
That's how you came in.
I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man, I asked that question because man, but y'all didn't never answer. Do you like scary movies?
Man, we ain't never answered. We just got back, man.
Do you like scary movies?
Y'all like
man,
scary
dude?
movies? You ain't never answered.
That nigga literally just asked that shit.
You literally just answered. I mean, asked it.
Come on, answer who the question. Do y'all like scary
Do y'all
movies?
remember what we said before we went to break?
Yeah, do you like scary movies?
Y'all never answered, so don't say I didn't ask.
You never gave us a chance and you kept talking. Hootie.
Oh, I just asked. Y'all niggas crazy. I'm confused. Am I confused?
Clearly you are.
Hold
That
on,
nigga
what?
said, "Hey man, you like pizza?" You never answered. What the fuck?
How I supposed to know if you like it or not?
You didn't give me a chance.
Y'all nigga drunk, man.
No, you just asked the question, who?
Y'all drunk.
But, okay, to answer your question,
Answer
my
that question.
first time getting a chance to answer it, yes, I do like scary movies.
Oh, okay.
But it's hard now.
Why?
It's not too many of them. The last good scary movie to me was probably Get Out. Before that,
Was that a scary movie?
yeah,
I don't
I
think
thought it
Get Out
was
was a
scary.
scary movie. I think it was a weird movie. I don't know if it
Before
was scary.
that, it was like I think it was a movie called like Strangers or Neighbors. It was called Strangers or something. But it's not like Jason is not gonna scare me at this point. It has to be some shit.
What about
that-
Annabelle?
I'm not watching that doll shit. That's just
Why not? It's scary? Why not though?
Hey, I just came to the point. I'm too old to be scared, my nigga. Like I don't want to be sitting there scared. Fuck, I'm scared for.
I don't watch them because I'm scared of them. I admit it. I don't watch it. But I asked that because a 77-year-old man dies while watching Annabelle.
What you mean?
He died.
He had a heart attack?
Yeah. He died
Bye-bye.
in the theater. Watching
Sheesh.
Annabelle, he
Yeah.
died. He had a heart attack. And a British man in Thailand was found dead in the theater following a viewing of the latest Conjuring spinoff. So
I don't
scary
think
movie.
the movie did it to him. He probably just was in fucked up health.
Now you
or
know,
some
like
shit.
shit, like a
Hey,
Popeye,
man,
you gotta jump.
scared,
Like I don't want to do
Nigga,
that.
heart moving
Man, how you
on.
be in front of a girl jumping and shit?
How you die in front of your girl from being scared? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's how you die from your girl.
Like I had a choice. It's so trash. fool.
Dummy.
I want y'all to know who this a new bad guy.
No,
Ain't
man,
it? Yeah, who
that's
did that
never
was
gonna
pretty
happen.
trash.
That's never gonna happen. Joe be back in full effect. Man. We gonna get
Changing
Joe.
my ways.
Right.
We gonna get
Hey,
Joe.
do y'all ever see shit? This is a personal question because I feel like this sometimes. Like when y'all see shit like that's embarrassing to like the culture or who you are, do you feel like you feel like fucked up watching it? Like I saw the people at Disney World fighting. I felt embarrassed
Hey, yeah.
for that shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was embarrassed.
I was embarrassed, so I ain't even watch it.
Like that's what I'm saying. I was like,
I'm
I
not
turned it
gonna
on,
watch
I
these
saw
niggas
it,
fight.
and I just saw all the people around just watching these people fight. I was like, man,
I'm
I'm finna turn this shit
ready
off. 'Cause I was
to
just
the
embarrassed
kids
by
was
that shit.
screaming and
Right.
crying. And shit. I ain't able to watch.
Man, it was a dude on there, man. I promise this man was slapping his lady around like goddamn boy.
a dude slapping a lady.
Yes. He slapped.
Yeah, it was
pretty
stupid.
bad.
It was
man.
bad.
It was horrible. Don't click on it.
Yeah,
but
don't
yeah,
click on it.
to your point, yeah, man, that shit was embarrassing.
That
Like
shit
some
was
shit
super
just be like, come on, bro.
Right.
How you angry at Disney World?
At Disney World.
Spend too much money?
That was extreme though, but like
That's
one
crazy.
thing that like really pisses me off that my people do is listen to music on their speakerphone.
Or
Yeah.
talk on it.
Yeah.
Like why
Or
you walking
talk
in the
on it.
hallway at
Like
work
in
on
public,
speakerphone?
yeah.
Like,
Like
Yeah.
put that shit to your ear. I don't want to know what's in your bank.
I don't want to hear what the fuck you want to listen to. Like
Yeah.
that shit is weird as fuck.
That shit just made me cringe though. Like I'm just watching this shit, and there's people like literally just filming the shit, and everybody else just watching it go on. Like nobody's stopping. It was a few people trying to break it up. I will say that, but for the most part, they were trying to get the hell out of the way. And this is Disney World.
I would have been mad.
Yeah.
I just spent all this money. I want to show my child damn.
Kids crying and shit.
But
Disney
It was
World.
just
I'm
fucked
learning
up.
not to be embarrassed by other people anymore. I'm not gonna let or feel embarrassed because you're ignorant or you're
I
crazy
get it.
enough to do some
That's
shit.
true.
I
like
get it,
that.
but
That's a
that
good
shit
point.
right there,
I'm
who
not doing that anymore.
That's a good point.
I tell y'all who I'm not embarrassed of.
Who that?
President Obama.
I know.
Obese.
Obama sent us a letter to a prisoner who he freed through his clemency program back in 2016. Danielle Metzi got a clemency in 2016 out of prison. Basically, what she did was with her time. She's 50-something years old. She did almost 20-something odd years. But with her time, she went back to school. Went to Southern down in Baton Rouge, and she made the dean's list. She been killing school, man, making straight A's. And basically, she was like, I would love to just thank Obama personally, blah, blah, blah. And he wrote her a letter, basically telling her how proud he was of her and how he knew it was a great decision to grant her clemency. And she can be an example to other people of when you get a second chance, what you can do with that. Right. So I definitely want to give a big shout out to him, man, because he looked at it, picked the right person. She got basically caught up in a cocaine charge. They said it stemmed from her husband at the time who was trafficking, and she got basically caught up in it. And I want to say she had a 30 to life sentence behind it.
But that was moving.
Being caught up.
Yeah. So he hand wrote her a letter. At age 26 is when she was sentenced. She had 3 life sentences plus another 20 years.
Fuck shit. Or they had.
Shit, man, I don't know. But while she was in federal prison, she got her GED. She began writing letters and making appeals for her freedom in 2016. Obama commuted her sentence. She enrolled in Southern University. And at 50 years old, she's on the president's list.
That's
Damn.
dope, man.
That's dope.
That's dope. That means
dope.
never stop living, man.
That means never stop
Never
living.
stop
Ain't that
living, man.
life is a journey,
Yeah.
man? It's a journey.
She got a
We
story.
just now was outside on the balcony talking about that, man. You
Yeah.
never know what's gonna happen, man.
Yep.
So, live your life to the fullest as much as you can every single day. You know what I'm saying? Because life gonna go on.
Right.
Something a little random, but it is.
Nigga put an L
Say
in
real.
it. Something a little wrong.
Yeah,
Dummy.
I was gonna say
That's
it.
the relish,
that
goddamn.
slur.
I was gonna say something.
That's the first slur. Goddamn. Come on, what's next?
Hurricanes.
Mhm.
Y'all have any stories, any likes, dislikes? We all experienced that
Y'all
extensively.
dislike 'em.
I dislike them, but I dislike them more now because I'm an adult. Because like growing up, like spent 18 years of my life there. We never left, not once, for a hurricane.
Not once.
Not once. The most we did was maybe went to a hotel. But nowadays, like today, I text my parents trying to get it's a category 1. It ain't even bad, supposedly.
Yeah.
But I want them to get out of that area and come down here.
I be doing the same thing, but I remember as a kid, like I used to like being out of school until they start adding it at the end.
Yeah.
Like taking your Mardi Gras.
It's a day off.
Yeah,
Taking your Mardi Gras, that should be illegal.
Yeah.
yeah. They
I'm
would.
with you.
They wouldn't
on that
take. Well, they'll shorten them. Like some of them
Right.
days, they'll try to like shorten it back because they got to make up them school.
Yeah,
I'd
days
rather you
somewhere.
shorten Christmas.
Like that Wednesday, you'll have to go back to school or something like that. They'll try to take a day, they'll add a day at the end.
I need to move to New Orleans.
Yeah, man, ain't
We
nothing fun about
closed.
no hurricane, man. When you realize that power don't cut on and then it's hot in that bitch and
Yep.
All you had was
no
the radio.
PlayStation working.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? But and I'm assuming you bringing that story up, man. Our prayers go out to the people, who in the path of the storm, man. Hooter from New Orleans. We got a lot of people on the Gulf Coast, man. We just hope that everybody's out of harm's way
Be safe,
and that this
man.
storm just glazed glass and it don't cause too much damage. We've already seen a lot of flooding and stuff
Right.
as a result of it early, and the storm not even supposed to hit until, well,
Tonight,
when you
tomorrow.
hit this, it'll be Monday, but it's supposed to hit Saturday morning. So, we'll have an update. Hopefully, it's not too bad.
But I mean,
We made the best out of that shit though. Like
I-
we would get together as family.
All
we'd
the
get
family come
get
together.
eat, and
I was just
drink.
going to say
Eat.
that.
You know, black people gonna make
We gonna
something
make
out of
something
something.
good. Yeah.
Because that's why I was saying one of the good things. We was just having a conversation outside about talking to our folks. We don't do it enough.
you got a
That
chance to
force
do
you
that.
when everything electronic that plugs in isn't working.
Right.
You have to talk
Nigga,
to
you
your people.
Light a candle, play Uno.
Play
Play
cards.
Uno.
That's
yeah.
the thing, nigga. Like candles and
You might.
everything.
I mean, if it's bad, you might grill because what I'm saying, the stove not working, or eating Vienna sausage or whatever. But it's just talking to
y'all
your
ate
folks.
potted meat.
Yeah, I love potted meat.
I ate that shit.
Potted
when I
meat
was-
crackers,
I used to
goddamn.
eat potted meat and crackers, boy. What the fuck wrong with you? Vienna sausage, all that.
Vienna sausage, potted meat.
Sardines. goddamn.
I ain't fuck that
sardines.
sardine.
You're a different kind of person.
I'm not gonna eat no bait.
Eat the
That
bones.
nigga
and
look like he
everything,
eat a
goddamn.
canned sardine.
Sardines with the mustard sauce? Man, y'all niggas losing, man. That shit
No,
good.
bro, that's a baby fish.
Look at Todd.
Todd. You like, yes, no, maybe.
What?
Yes, no,
Todd, you ate sardines?
Nope.
Yes, no, maybe.
Do I like
Hell
it?
no.
Do I not? I don't know.
Shit
Kamala
stink.
Harris, the presidential hopeful, proposed a new credit score metric. Basically, she said that instead of looking at credit scores the way we see it, we don't know how the fuck they actually count it. They give us some little stuff that they say. We don't know how that shit work for real.
Right.
But she said that we should start looking at bills, utilities, phone bill, power bill, cable bill, rent to start counting towards your credit score. Did y'all see that? What y'all think about that?
I saw it initially. I was like, that's gonna hurt more than it helps. But on the Breakfast Club, she was basically saying that's gonna help a lot of people because at least, hey, I'm paying my cell phone bill on time. Hey, at least I'm paying rent.
Is it going to
Help
help
me
more
out.
than it's going to harm, though? Because
But-
there's a lot of people who they don't see who can't pay their cell phone bill. Like, man, I'm be real with you. My daddy called me to pay his cell phone bill.
I fully understand it.
So,
I promise you I do. But also, if you think about it, those folks that are paying that stuff late,
it's
they
going to hurt.
probably don't have the best credit.
No, that's not true.
But
I
that,
beg to differ.
the people in who is it going to help? If
The
that's
people
who
that
if
are.
that's who her whole plan is designed to help.
And then I think that would help you boost your score more when you start paying your bill.
But who is going to help?
What you mean?
Like, it's not going to help me. My
No, it's
credit
not gonna
is
help
cool.
you.
Right. So those people who need that help probably won't get it because you just say what?
But-
They're not going to pay it anyway.
But
On
okay,
time.
okay. It was a point in time where you might have paid bills late.
Yeah.
Fortunately, you don't have to anymore. But
I still do.
on your way up,
I still do.
Shit.
what I was saying, on your way up, that might help you a little bit more.
So look, I feel like when we talk about this a lot on this platform, every time we talk about politicians, we talked about that crime bill. This is an example of what they thought that they were going to try to do. Like, hey, we're going to fix this to combat this problem. But there's always an unintended consequence. So 15 years from now, let's just say this becomes a law. We like, damn, this only fucked up these kind of people.
Right.
And we be looking at it like, damn. Now they're gonna be the boogeyman because you're the one that passed it. But that wasn't your aim or your goal when
Right.
you set this in law. Like who to said, honestly, like when it comes to mortgage or car note and stuff, I pay that shit on time, all the time. But I'm not gonna lie, my phone bill, I pay it when I get ready. Like I just look up and like, my phone bill ain't never been turned off or nothing like that, but I pay it. I just pay it when, oh shit, let me put something on
Probably
my
always
phone bill.
past due.
You know what I'm saying? Or not even that. It might be 10 days later, 5 days later, because you just pay it, you know, like you have the money and you just like, oh, let me put some on my phone. Let me pay my phone bill. You know what I mean? But you don't do that with your mortgage. You don't do that with Cape. So I just say that to say that the unintended consequence may be you might put more pressure on people to pay this little $80 phone bill. You might have to pay that thing on
That's
time.
true. That's true.
Yeah.
Your phone bill, you always gonna let go, you know. But
Yeah, so I
pay
just
it
feel like
whatever.
it's one of them things that sound good, but what's gonna be the unintended consequence if something like that get passed?
I just don't think people who have the money to pay it just aren't elected not to pay it. You know what I'm saying? Like if they got the money, they're gonna pay it. Like he said, like you just
And
forget
that's-
about it sometimes.
And that's why I said that's not necessarily true. I'm being honest and transparent. I've had the money to pay something and didn't pay it because like it's a phone bill. That's how I looked at it. Like,
I
it's
pay
my phone bill. They ain't finna cut it off.
Yeah.
It's due on Monday. I'll pay that bitch Friday. Just cause. It don't be no rhyme or reason behind
Negative
it.
points on your credit.
There you go. Boom. Over a phone bill.
And I was looking at it like it's still a lot of people who can't pay those phone bills. There's a lot of people who can't pay those light bills or who call. That's why when you call Alabama Power, they give you an option to extend. You can get an extension for a reason.
Right.
It's because a lot of people call asking for those extensions.
And think about hard times when you're trying to make it. I've been here before. I don't care to say it. I don't mind saying it. Like, I remember there was times that, like, I paid the power bill last month. I'm not gonna pay it this month because I need that extra $150, so I ain't gonna pay it this month.
And then let me
You can't do your mortgage like that.
Right.
No.
You can't do your car like that.
Right.
Because those things count to your credit. So if they start counting power like that and they start counting power as a credit bill, then you skipping every other month. That's gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
So we gotta think about the unintended consequences behind those things.
Hey, do y'all remember when if you use your debit card at like a gas station, they'll only like take $1 off?
Do you know Sam still do that?
For real?
Yeah, because every time I use my card at Sam, they'll charge me $1 to get it started, and then later on charge me the rest of it.
But I done filled my tank up a minute day on a Thursday. Right before I got paid.
Nigga got $8 in that bit. Put
Right.
28.
Boy, I had that shit down to a science. I used to go on Wednesday.
You could go on Wednesday evening.
You go on Wednesday.
Wednesday
Choo, choo.
evening, yep.
Yep. Wednesday was Shell. Boop boop. Thursday would be Pizza Hut.
I still owe
Here you go.
some money for that.
When the delivery man get that cash. Oh, I got your check. Ain't nothing in that box.
Nothing.
But I know y'all ain't gonna put it through till by Saturday. By the time y'all do, it's something else. Hey man, you gotta do what you gotta do when it's time to survive. But Kawhi Leonard.
Kiwi.
Kawhi Leonard put the Lakers on hold, turned around and signed with the Clippers. Signed a 3-year, $103 million max contract with the Clippers, man. Y'all saw that? Well, I know y'all saw that shit. I mean, how y'all feeling about that?
I think it's a good shakeup, man. I like it. I like it for the simple fact it's more parity in the league now, man. And
Everything like NBA Jam now.
Mm-hmm. Everybody
people.
two-man team. You pick any
Two-man
two you
team.
want, goddamn. So I like it, man. I think it's pretty dope.
Yeah. Me too.
I think
like it.
I think it's good to see the league balanced now.
Yeah.
Westbrook.
Yes. Houston. Yes,
Westbrook
yes.
finally going to Houston. CP3. Get out of there.
Who's better right now, today? Houston or Clippers?
Clippers.
Clippers.
You think so? They hadn't played a game together.
And they still got Capella. They still
Right, like Houston
loaded.
still has some kind of core right now. Like, the Clippers are brand new.
I would say this.
For the first, I mean, well, yeah, they are bringing it
For
in
the first time in a long time. Remember, we've come on this platform and we've said NBA trash. Every year, it's gonna be these three teams.
No clue. Right
This
now.
is the first time that, and this is the first time in probably arguably maybe 8 to 10 years that we don't know what the fuck
was
finna
Golden
happen.
State or it was Bron.
Yeah, and I think that's dope for your league. You got every team got 2 men back at the forefront, like it was in the Jordan days. You know what I'm saying? And like you had Jordan and Pippen, you had Patrick Ewing and God damn it,
Charles
Oakley.
Starks.
No,
Starks.
goddamn.
Alonzo Mourning and Tim Hardaway.
Tim
You
Hardaway.
know what I'm saying?
Gary Payton, Deadlift Shrimp.
Yeah, where they
Sean Kemp.
Yeah. So like, basically everybody got two players, and it's key to see what's gonna happen.
That's how the 90s was. You had 2 All-Stars for the most.
And some great role players. Yeah.
Role
Right.
players.
I want to go to a game, man. We need to go to a game.
Yeah, but the schedule don't come out till like August.
So what was that Barron saw today saying?
Man, be
that,
lying, man.
that nigga say they play on her birthday.
Yes. No.
So the schedule ain't
not
come out yet?
No, it doesn't come out till like the beginning of August.
That nigga was looking at last year's schedule.
Because think about that's exactly what he was doing.
He had to be, goddamn. But I definitely want to go to the game, even if it's in Memphis somewhere. I don't care.
No,
what
I was just about to say
Atlanta.
that. Let's say, hey, Dummies in Memphis. We've been talking about
Memphis,
it.
Atlanta. I want to go to Nashville.
I don't want to go to Atlanta. It's no NBA team. Man.
I just want to go to Nashville.
Yeah, I want to go to Nashville too.
Yeah.
But I was just saying what we was talking
We
about.
going to Nashville.
I want to catch a Memphis game.
Hell no, y'all can't come.
Who
Y'all
said it?
can't come. Y'all ain't getting no parts of this.
But
Nope.
yeah, shouts out to the league, man, finally getting balanced. I saw a story too. What's that man's name? What his name? Shaggy. What's that name? Nick Young. What's Nick Young? Is that-
Swaggy P.
Swaggy
Swaggy
P.
That nigga say Shaggy. Nigga, that's a reggae rapper or some shit.
It wasn't me.
Nick Young.
Dummies.
Well, Nick Young said that Steve Kerr rolled the best blunts in the NBA. Did y'all see that?
Whoa.
You didn't see that?
No.
What? No.
Man, Nick Young, that was a story. Let me make sure I get
Steve
to it.
Kerr, real nigga, if that's the case.
Basically, it said that, Nick Young said that Steve Kerr rolls the best blunts in the NBA.
Show me proof.
You talking about play with Jordan,
Google
coach
it.
with
Just
No,
Google
I
it.
ain't talking about the story. I want to see the blunt.
No,
No, I'm talking about goddamn. Okay.
But one of the things they were saying was like, hey, think about it. Steve Kerr had a bad back. He had the back surge and stuff. He in California, open market.
I can
Yeah. He rolled them good blunts.
I wonder if coaches could smoke weed. Or do they get?
They probably don't
They
get
don't
tested.
get tested.
Basically, he was a guest on 95.7 The Game on Thursday or something. Young said Kerr knows how to prepare his marijuana. And he said, they asked him, like, well, who is the best person at rolling? He said, man, I'm going to tell y'all something y'all might not know. Probably Steve Kerr.
He probably was bullshit.
He'll deny the
I
fuck
hope
out
he
of
was
that
bullshit.
I want to see the first reporter to ask him that question. That's what I want to see. I want to see what his response is and what he looks like.
It's not. I don't think it'll be a
Steve Kerr, you my nigga to hog. That's all.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But what people have told me, like from the legal places, a lot of it be, you just purchase it pre-roll. So that's kind of.
So you saying he had the pre-rolls?
That could be.
Swaggy
I
P
don't know.
tripping.
I don't
If
know
he
what
just
said.
re out the
That's
pre-roll out his pocket.
Mm.
No, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the need to be able to roll is lessened when you can just buy
Hey,
pre-roll.
that nigga know how to keep his name in there, though. So shouts out
Swag?
to Swaggy P.
He
for-
do.
Yeah.
He's
keeping
somebody.
Where is he at?
To my
On the
he
radio.
ain't on the NBA team.
He on the radio.
Doing interviews
somewhere.
somewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
The
Did
big
y'all,
three about to pick him up
the
last
big-
Did
week.
y'all see
Nobody picked him up.
Nah,
He tried. He got it.
I don't know. Who cares? Fuck that. Did y'all see that what
Swagless
Chauncey
feet.
Billups said about Carmelo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, that
He only wants to score 30.
they asked him why Carmelo hadn't been picked up, and he said that, to be honest, he said that he thought. I mean, he went on and said that he thought that Carmelo was a very great player, but he said he had a personal talk with Carmelo, and he said that he thought that Carmelo cared more about scoring 30 points a game
Than defense, ain't
than
it?
winning, because he was saying they'll come in there and Carmelo done had 20 or 22 points and they won, and he be looking all down and out. But then when he come in there and he done scored 30, he be like, and they done lost, he just be like, oh man, it's okay. He be upbeat. We gonna get him next time. Like, kind of.
Right.
And he said that, it's unwarranted. He think that Melo's a great player, should be in the league, but he also said that Melo hadn't accepted the back seat. Like, I need to come off the bench and play with the backups.
Right.
Yeah. And I just think it's what we've been seeing about Melo the entire time. We all thought that he was a great scorer, one of the greatest scorers in the game, but we didn't think, at least I didn't think that he had what it takes to be a winner. Because
No.
for the defense and the
He didn't do enough. All
and
he
the
could
little
was
things.
light it up. That was it.
The passing, just all he did was score.
But man, shouldn't last year have taught him a lesson?
What's that?
To like, you're not that player anymore.
And he still thought he was. So I don't
Like he got drafted with him, Wade, LeBron.
Mhm.
He's the only one without a ring. Only one never been to the conference finals. The big three out of that draft. Like, you could go come off the bench for the Lakers or the Clippers or, well, not Houston. You killed that. But
So
like,
is he saying he don't want to do that at this point, or just nobody wants to give him that shot anymore?
I think they know he won't do it.
What Chauncey said was he never voiced his, hey, I don't mind coming off the bench. I don't mind accepting whatever role. I just want to play ball. And since he's never said that, nobody's going to pay him to do that. Like,
Right.
no, you're not bringing you here to score no more. So
Nah, bro.
that's what they was.
Maybe off the bench for about
Same.
4 or 5 minutes.
Because
Is
there
that
was
what
a related to like even early in the 70s, like the Pearl, Earl Monroe.
Earl Pearl.
He wanted like he got a sweetheart deal to end his career, about 2 years. Hey, you come off the bench, score, we'll keep you on the team. Cool. One of the greatest players, athletes ever was able to do that. Carmelo, if you don't take your round,
I like Melo, man. I think Melo's pretty good.
I like
man.
Melo.
But at this point, man, you just got you and Jimmy Fredette go over there in China and ball out.
No, Jim, that nigga need to stay the fuck out of the country and just hoop over there.
Yeah, him and
That's
Melo.
it.
And Melo
Did y'all see the bill in California that's allowing the college kids to profit off their name?
Yeah,
I saw that.
And we saw the
Saw
whack
that.
ass NCAA
But
president.
the NCAA is countering, saying that if they are able to profit off their name, then that's going to render them ineligible to compete in postseason games and
Right.
in sports. Because basically, as college players, you're not supposed to profit.
Right.
So
What y'all think?
I look at it like if you're in California, what do? Do you pass that bill, and as those schools, is it still up to the schools? Is it up to the kids at that point? Or if the state passes it, the schools can't do anything about it?
This is going to be very interesting.
Right.
It's the state of California versus the world when it comes to this.
Right.
Even then, me as that student in the state of California, man, fuck your playoffs. Come on the state of California, let's build our own league, have these playoffs in the Pac-12, and we be good.
That or
They have enough to build their own.
or does it make kids say, does it fuck California up?
California,
I'm
right.
just finna go to the SEC because I want to compete at the highest level and compete for championships.
But I get that too. But if you're USC and you still go to USC and you can still schedule these games to play the LSUs and to play the Alabamas and to play the
That nigga
Floridas.
said to play the LSUs. Like, that was the top shit to play.
Athletic wise, hell yeah.
So shut
Top
up.
10 in the country.
Yeah, man.
Not
Like
LSU,
I'm just.
man.
What you mean? Yeah.
They're not a top 10
Okay, they're
school
not.
anymore.
Whatever.
Athletes, athletic wise,
School.
and
School. They're
you,
not.
school. Are you
LSU.
talking about the
Talking
sport or the
athletic,
school?
though.
The sport.
In football,
Rank. Yeah, they're not a top 10
they don't.
team.
I'm not talking about the rank. I'm talking about who you're playing with.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Some of the best athletes in the country
Or at LSU.
are at LSU.
Are you-
Top 10.
But they're not a top 10 team. That's what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
say they were top 10 team. I said the best athletes.
But that's
they,
the top-
they
that's the
were
only thing I'm
ranked in the
saying.
top 10. Therefore, they're a top 10 team. What the fuck? What kind of logic is that?
I mean, arguably, LSU put out some of the top athletes. I mean, we know it. Their names speak for itself.
But what I was saying about that, like, basically, if those schools in California could still get that type of competition, do you really need playoffs? And I'm playing those type of teams. I'm showing out against those type of teams, and I'm making money.
I don't think you do, yeah. I mean,
I take the money. I'll take the opportunity to make the money. I think, and I think that it trickles over to other places maybe because
But
California is
we
normally
see
always
sometimes
first.
where money ain't always the best thing. Money now may not always be the best thing for you long run.
Until it may not be the best thing for you in the long run, but at
As
the
an
same time,
18-year-old.
I'm as an 18-year-old and us looking
I can't
back.
say that. Did y'all see the 40 the
Well, not as an
30
18-year-old.
for
As,
30 college
nigga was
Holloway
finna say
story?
40. For,
Dummy.
Man, watch that shit when y'all get a chance. On
What's the
ESPN.
name of it?
The first SEC black quarterback.
yeah,
Somebody tried to offer him $100,000,
In
and he, at his age,
the guy at
back
Tennessee.
in the set, he was like, no, he got offended that the man tried to offer him
Fine.
money.
Is that the dude at Tennessee, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
College Holloway or something like
yeah,
that.
some Holloway. I knew what you're talking about.
Yeah. But I just say that, like, sometimes these kids take this money at such an early age, and then no matter, we seen those boys try to go ball at
Ball,
China and never
right.
make it to the NBA. Man,
Right.
money is not always the factor.
It's not, but us looking back now as a 34, 35-year-old and seeing how there's so many kids who never get anything out of college football after it's over with, I'm all for that.
Because
You don't have to give it to them
But-
right then and there.
But do they not? Because like I said, we see those kids don't go to college, go over there to China to play ball, and then come back and aren't great. Or they never even get
Well,
to
see-
make it in the league. Whereas if you go to college, you get to play on a high level with skills. Because one thing we know about college, playing college sports, when you get there and you realize how
Normal you are?
great people, even if you're the superstar, you instantly recognize how great these other players are around you. Like, this ain't high school. I'm not playing a nigga who ain't gonna never ever play again.
Right.
I'm playing somebody who was all region, all state, all community, all nation, all American, back where he came from, and I'm playing against him. I get to develop it. I go to China, I'm playing somebody who couldn't make the
Sucked.
NBA.
JV.
Yeah, who
But-
couldn't
but-
make that squad.
But and that's what I'm saying. Like with basketball, bro. Like even when the boys go and do one and dones at Kentucky's and the Dukes or whatever, when they go to the league and get drafted, some of them are not playing until their fourth and fifth year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? D'Angelo Russell comes to mind. Like when he came in the NBA, they drafted him high. He wasn't ready. Now, did you see the deal he had last year? This is like his fourth, fifth season in the NBA.
Yeah.
that was a
So-
very good point, Todd.
You know,
Nigga always do Todd. That's a very good point, Todd.
But
Stupid.
but you two niggas, like, but wasn't the money UAB could pay you a recruiting tool that y'all use? It
I
might
didn't-
not have got you here, but I have personally heard a lot of players tell recruits that.
I honestly didn't know that.
What you mean?
I didn't know that we got to check monthly. I knew that we come to school for free. I knew we ate for free. I knew we would live for free. But I didn't know we got a check monthly. I didn't know that.
Right. And then I've never heard y'all say that's why y'all came.
Mm-hmm.
But you've heard that being used as a recruiting tool.
I would say that I'm glad I came here rather than went to another place who didn't do that.
Right.
Yeah.
So
which is great, but one could argue that you gave me the $1,000 a month to pay my expenses and things, and I went and ate Burger King, and I went and did this. Whereas if I would have went here, they give me $400 a month, but I got the best food, that was the best nutrition, the best everything for my body. So I say that sometimes, man, money is not the fixer. Like that's a quick fix. And if you think about especially now that we're in a position that we are, and that's why I think it's good for us to be able to kick knowledge to younger kids or hope that they got people in place, because sometimes money is not the solver. You got to think about what is your long game.
Right. You're saying that as a 35-year-old established.
I agree with that, but I think that's systematic as well, because I think I'll still take my $1,000, but also teach me how to eat well. We didn't have a system that taught us you need to eat this, you need to eat that.
Yeah, but because at those places where they don't get the $1,000 and they don't get $400, we're not gonna teach you. We're just gonna give it to you. We're gonna give you the healthy options, and we're gonna them niggas don't teach me at Alabama. No, you get a training table and your chef giving you what you need,
and they're getting $1,000.
Now that $400
different, much different.
That $400 probably was a much better deal, but as an 18-year-old. Oh, you ain't give me $1,000?
Y'all keep saying that like there's not sophisticated ass 18-year-olds, man, or people that's in their corner, fathers or coaches or mothers that have some sense. That's not just going for the money. I just told you about a man back in the 70s who had the opportunity to get 100 and some thousand. He was offended, not the coaches. He was offended that you would offer me something like that. And the coach was like, he just sat there. He made his coach come in there with him. And when his coach came in there with him and the guy offered it, he said, the guy that's recruiting him is sitting across from the other school that's recruiting. He said, the money that he gonna give you might be under the table. The money I'm gonna give you is on the table. Gave him a briefcase, opened it up. It was $100 and some $1,000 in the briefcase.
Condridge Holloway.
Yeah, and my man was offended. He got up and said, I'm offended, and they walked out. So I say that to say, I know that's not everybody's story, but again, a lot of people understand that if you're offering me this money at this point, I might be worth more later.
In the long run.
Money's not always the determining factor.
It's not, but nigga, I want some money.
I get it. Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Some bitch.
Dumb dummy. A woman is charged after having her daughters ride in an inflatable pool on top of her SUV.
Try to make that make sense.
In Dixie, Illinois, an Illinois woman has been charged after she was caught driving around town with an inflatable pool with children in it on top of the roof of her SUV.
Did it have water in it? What the fuck was she thinking about, lady?
I don't know how to pronounce her name, but Jennifer Janice Yeager, 49, old enough to know the fucking difference.
She must have been drinking Jaeger.
Of Dixon, Illinois, was spotted driving down.
That was a good one, Hootie. You said she must have been drinking Jaeger.
You got wolfer than you.
That was a good one.
You been drinking Jaeger?
Hey, bro, stop talking. That was a good one, Hootie.
My nigga, big ups to you.
Yeah.
Big ups, my nigga, big me up. I appreciate it.
But
see y'all next week.
But inside the pool, basically on the roof, a concerned citizen basically called the police. A search of the area, they found the kids. She was in a nice vehicle, but she had the kids. The picture is crazy. Y'all got to go look at this shit. It was an inflatable pool on top of the roof of her car driving around, man. Did y'all see this shit?
I saw the shit, but it was so ignorant. I didn't even bother to click on it and look into it. So I don't even know if there was any water in the pool or not. But she's a goddamn fool. Miss Jaeger, stop drinking Jaeger.
But water in the pool. Who the fuck cares? It's on the top of a moving vehicle.
But question, like, is the kid just as dumb? Like, even though kids are dumb, are you getting on the top of a, car?
There go Joe.
No. I think everybody was dumb in the situation.
As a kid, man,
I
you
can't
gotta
see kids are dumb. Kids be like, as a kid, like,
that shit's fun. I can get on the car.
Like, fun. You don't know how much
that don't sound fun to me.
Like, as a kid, like, nigga, we rode on the hood of the car, and that shit was a blast. Just to ride on the hood of a car.
5 miles an hour.
It was fun. But
I used to like riding on the back.
Okay, so if the police see that, you think they're gonna think that's fun? Going 5
Nah.
miles an hour.
Right.
All right, same thing.
You technically not supposed to ride in the back of a pickup truck.
You not. But it seemed like she was on that.
We used to have 100 people back there leaving football.
Nigga, that's how we got
Last
to our
back
football
there.
game.
Yeah.
Shit, how was we gonna go get the game?
But the picture, it just seemed like she was on the highway or some shit. Like they was speeding.
What color was she?
I don't know what color she was, but it really doesn't
She was a
matter.
human.
No.
Miss
All
She
people
did
are the
some
same.
dumbass shit.
Miss
Dummy,
Jagger.
dummy, dummy.
It's
I'm
all,
trying to
Equal
pivot
opportunity.
back.
all people are the
All
same.
people are the same.
Now he saved again, huh? Nigga, I ain't gonna offend nobody, then I'm gonna offend them, then I'm saved.
I haven't offended one person.
You just offended kids.
Them niggas was dumb.
That nigga offended
Dummy,
kids.
dummy.
over here.
They don't listen,
That
so
nigga
it's
called
fine.
shit.
At least say,
Like
oh
he
no, all
didn't do
kids
some
are
dumb
dumb.
shit.
But, like, what?
Says a nigga who ran away to the bus stop up the street.
It be
To the
like
gas
that.
station.
I went to the bus stop. Don't be calling me crazy.
I knew it was one of you niggas.
Dummy, 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 dummy.
Oh, quick question. Who comes first? Your mama or your girl?
All right, let's see. Next week is episode 43.
Oh, man.
And we'll be back like we never left, because what stock says we never leave.
Get that nigga. Steal his shit like you steal
Joe Budden shit.
Nigga,
Y'all ain't gonna answer who the question?
Yeah, man,
I
that's
asked
stupid
it.
later with them churn on the car, man.
Well, I asked it. I asked it for real. I asked it because
And then like she inflated it.
fuck y'all.
And then
Fuck y'all, man.
Your wife come first, man.
I know.
When a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing, and
Yeah,
what to say.
man.
And then
Yes, he
when
leaves
you
his
get
mom
married,
and his-
that's your family, now,
Right.
man. Your wife.
your wife.
I asked it because of Ricky Smiley and Erica Badu breakup. That's why I asked it.
Whoa.
Nah, man, we ain't talking about that fake shit. What else, man? Anything else we got?
Everything.
They go together.
Let me look
See,
at my
see, that's news. Todd.
That's
Not no more.
I'm not even gonna get into that.
Not no more Todd.
I'm not gonna offend Todd.
Not no more Todd.
After the end of every episode, Tug climb up under the rock and come back out Friday. So we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave.
That was breaking news, Hoop.
Yeah, she left because
Hey.
his mama wanted to fight her.
You bitch, you.
These niggas in the so poor.
I don't even want to say about it.
Dummy, dummy.